Honk.
That is what I'm talking about. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a Tuesday stream. Welcome, everybody. It is February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day to those who celebrate. I feel like that's the thing now, is that everything is about Trippin' with a resub. Almost 3 years. That's right. Almost 3 years. Wow. Thank you so much, Triffid. And we will be speaking shortly, very soon, as you know. In fact, I'm going to put another note to remind myself that we're going to be doing that soon. Thank you so much, Triffid. And good to see you. And I hope everyone is doing well. Let me just put a note in there so I don't forget. Okay, good. But welcome, everybody. And yes, happy Valentine's Day to those who celebrate. As I say, I feel like these days it's become the situation that, like, you have to be like, just in case you celebrate, because, you know, for some people, Valentine's Day is a tough thing. You know, for sometimes Valentine's Day is not so easy, and I certainly remember years when that would have been the case for me. So I am totally understanding of that. But if you do celebrate and you are with a loved one today, then I'm happy for you, and, you know, congratulations. And if not, then we will express the love that we have in this community, and that is something that we can always have. So definitely welcome, everybody. It's good to see you all. And we are ready for some part 4 of Sorcery Crown of Kings. But before I get there, just a couple of quick reminders about stuff going on today. First of all, if you have not done so already, please follow the channel. Please check out our YouTube at !ArvTube. Discord is !ArvCord. Twitter is !ArvTweets. And I want to mention, while I'm saying that, I opened up an account on Spoutable this morning, just as an experiment. I've already tried Hive, and I'm over there too. I'm basically creating a bunch of off-ramps just in case Twitter completely implodes. And if it does, then it does. But I want to make sure that I am available to people in other places other than my own website and Twitch channel and so on. So I've opened up an account over there. It is again under @Gregory A. Wilson, just like everything else. So if anyone is on Spoutable, definitely feel free to stop by and give me a spout or whatever. It's an interesting experience. I mean, it seems kind of cool, but I mean, obviously, I'm not putting a lot of. I'm going to put like minor effort in until it becomes clear that one of these is sort of moving in a certain direction, and then I'll probably jump on board. Yeah, I know, right? Well, the guy who made it is the guy who did Bot Sentinel, which is the thing that allows you, basically is a really robust program that allows people to detect Twitter bots. So the whole point of it is to avoid the trolling and abuse and sort of really to cut down on cyberbullying and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see. I mean, again, I'm not an evangelist for any one of these things yet. I'm just checking out and seeing what's there. But yeah, the name is interesting. I mean, I don't know. So what you do over there is you do something called a spout, which is, I'm not even going to go down the line of potential issues there. I'm just going to leave that alone. I'm just gonna leave that right there on the sidewalk and walk right by. But in any case, I'm over there if people want to check me out. I'm everywhere at Gregory A. Wilson, or here, as you know, at Arvanelaron, this channel. And speaking of this channel, I digress. Website arvanelaron.com. Financially, !Arv shop for my merchandise area. !Arv for the Patreon, which is currently sitting at 19 patrons, 194 per month. That's going to go up soon, though. We have a couple of people who are renewing for the long haul, and they're just waiting for finances to clear up over the next few days, so that will go up shortly, I think. But definitely jump on board, because you can get cool stuff for yourself and cool stuff for the channel if you do so. And hey, Emily, hello. Yeah, this is what I'm saying, Rundell. I just, like, any kind of thing you think about regarding spouts, you're just like, yee. It just doesn't, yeah. But anyway, it is what it is. Yes, merchandise area. And I'm going to say something about Emily, by the way, in just a moment, which is important. I have not forgotten it. Arv for the Patreon. And again, subbing to the channel, as Triffid was kind enough to just do, is always a good option as well. That gets you cool stuff for you and for the channel, specifically emotes and things like that to use here, there, and everywhere across Twitch. Same thing with the Patreon, by the way. Plus, we can move towards channel goals. I would love to get another Talisman tournament this year. I would love to get another Arvanat Idol contest this year. And that only can happen if the Patreon continues to move up in the right direction. So That would be lovely if people could jump on board with that. On the publishing side, Exclamation Point Icarus, my Icarus graphic novel from the award-winning Athos Arts. Exclamation Point Library is my Tales and Tomes from the Forbidden Library, my 5e adventure and source book from Alligator Alley Entertainment. Again, more to say about that soon. And Exclamation Point Greyshade, my Greyshade novel, which came out last year from the incredible Athos Arts. The sequel to it, Renegade, comes out later this year. Heretic will be coming out next year. That'll be the conclusion to the Grey Assassin trilogy. Also, all those from Athos Arts. You can also get the audiobook. We don't have Heretic, but we did get a Renegade copy up there now. Very exciting. We got a Renegade command. Yes, we have the audiobook from Trent Sparks, which will be coming out later this year. And of course, the incredible tabletop role-playing game from Brandon O'Brien is designing that, with a couple of new exciting developments, actually, about, how do I put this without giving it away? Maximum flexibility. Let's put it that way. We are looking for maximum flexibility with that system, because what makes Greyshade, I hope, is, first of all, I hope the source material, but secondly is the incredible design work of Brandon. And so I think I'm just super excited about this game, and I really hope that it lands in the way that we're hoping in the market. It's a game that I think is going to be doing different stuff that others have not done, and I'm excited for that. And the feel of the world, I think, is going to be the stuff that we want to have come through. So very excited for the prospects for that. That is also available by checking out that link. Last but certainly not least, Exclamation Point BLM, Black Lives Matter. Very important, as always, to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. Exclamation Point Help Now, the World Health Organization page in suicide prevention. Very important to reach out to others when you need help, and to reach out to others when they need help as well. And Exclamation Point Ukraine, UKRAINE, to help the people of Ukraine fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war. They are doing so bravely and with courage, but this is our chance to step up and help them in that same effort. So, a couple of quick notes here. First of all, a couple of quick notes about the publishing side of things, and I want to remind everybody about the opening thing for ArvCon. So we now have a ticket link. Tickets are on sale, and I don't actually know if we put a command up here, and if not, maybe one of my incredibly brilliant mods could do so. I'm going to get you the link for it right now. So hold on, let me go to my Twitter. He said, ironically, after talking about how is Twitter going to implode. Let me go to my Twitter. Hold on just a moment. Okay, here we go. So, tickets are now on sale. I'm going to post this right here. That is, oh wait, I'm sorry. Forget that. Never mind. Don't do that. Ignore that. Ignore that link. I mean, that link is fine, but that's not the direct link. Don't ignore that link. This is the link you want. So, that link is the link for the tickets for our event coming up on May 25th, 2023 at the historic Klein Memorial Auditorium in Bridgeport, Connecticut at 6 p.m. I will be running my Night at the Forbidden Library. The Night at the Forbidden Library, which is as you know, the adventure that I wrote that came out as part of that Tales and Tomes from the Forbidden Library. But tickets are on sale for the both in-person events and the online events. They are $5 tickets. You'll be able to get part of the live stream. Now, I'm still figuring out how I'm going to retweet this on Twitch. What I'd like to be able to do is set it up so that somehow we can pay a certain amount to restream it. I basically don't want to cannibalize their sales, because the Klein is a nonprofit, and obviously this is all the kickoff event for ArvCon, which is to benefit the Damon Runyon Cancer Research Foundation. But I want to also be able to have the Twitch folks chat about it as they watch it. So I don't know. I'm working on figuring that all out. In the meantime, though, tickets are available. So please spread that link far and wide and let people know. I would love to have a big in-person presence there. And I know I've talked to a few of you. I think Drew is going to be trying to see if he can make it, and some others. So if people are able to make it in person, that's amazing. But if you can't, obviously online stuff is great too, and you can do that by buying tickets there. Again, all of these ticket costs, which are $5, will go to benefit a combination of Damon Runyon and the Klein Memorial Auditorium, which again is a nonprofit organization that has been hosting events for Bridgeport and the surrounding communities of Southern Connecticut in the tri-state area for 8 decades, including the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, and Vienna Boys Choir and concerts and all that kind of stuff. So the Klein has been doing really, really good work for a long time. So those ticket costs will go to benefit both them and Damon Runyon, and the overall event, of course, will be taking charitable donations directly to Damon Runyon. And speaking of Damon Runyon, I heard back from them a couple of days ago. Megan McCurdy, who is my contact over there, is extremely excited about it and was just really just gushing about how amazing our community is and about blah, 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 because of course. And I was just like, yes, tell me more about the amazingness of the Arvanauts, because I already know how great a community you folks are. So I was very excited to see that they are excited about it. They will get behind us. They're going to try to put together a hype video. They'll be sending along materials. We'll have our dedicated Tiltify page, like the whole bit. So it's going to be great. And it's going to be a great event, folks, like separate from everything else. You always know what I say about this. Not only is this important for the research work that it does, but it's also a chance for us to have a lot of fun and come together as a community. And any positive community event is a good thing for the world and for us. So I'm very excited about all of that. ArvCon this year is being dedicated to the memory of my oldest friend, Ewan Ross, who passed away a couple of weeks ago at the age of 51 from a rare form of bone cancer. He left behind wife and 2 children, and I spoke at his funeral, and it was... it's a scourge. Cancer is a scourge, and this is just another example, another reminder of why we do this. For the survivors as well, and there are many, many of them, and for the improvement in life that we've had, but also for the stopping of losses like this. And so this is a chance to honor his memory. I'll have a chance to talk a little bit about him. I hope you folks will find him as good a person as I did, and that will be able to be along the lines of what we do for that charity. So that's happening on Thursday, May 25th at 6 p.m., and those ticket prices are there. Yeah, I think I might do that. The thing is to figure out a way, because I want to be both like inclusive. I don't want to, I kind of like, I don't know how to put this. I don't want to do like a paywall, but at the same time, I do want the money to go to the right places. And I feel like $5 is not, it's not too much to ask for an event of that sort. Like everything else at ArvCon is going to be completely free to participate in, although of course I hope there'll be lots of donations and all that. But I'm trying to figure out how to make it so that, because the Klein has never done anything like this before. They've done lots of live stream stuff, but they've never done a D&D event live on stage. And they're really excited about it, and so am I. And I really want it to go well for them too, as much as I want it to go well for us and for the con. So yeah, I'll think about it. I'm sure there's a way that we can do it somehow. I'm sure we'll be able to figure that out. Pretty close. Well, actually, that's a really good opening there. So it's Night at the Forbidden Library, though, not Night at the Forbidden Museum. And also, I think there's an extra quotation mark in there. It should be Night at the Forbidden Library, and I think there's an extra quotation. Other than that, that's amazing, Triffid. Thank you. You folks are going to get a chance to see, without spoiling anything, if you have enjoyed Triffid's work vis-a-vis this channel, let me tell you, you may see a little bit more of it in the not too distant future. He said, wink, wink. Sorry, just responding to someone quickly. Okay, good. So mixed laboratory with libratory. Night of the Forbidden Library. Ah, perfect. Thank you so much, Triffid. Thank you so much. That's awesome. The libratory. Good to see you, homeless. So yeah, so I'm excited about that. So now today, quick note about schedule. Actually, why am I not showing you all me? Hi, I'm here. Hello, I'm Arv. How are you? Good to see you all. Quick note that I want to make too, just about schedule for today. So we are playing now Sorcery 4, as you know. We're going to do this all the way up until about 3 10 or so. No, actually a little bit earlier than that, 3:05, and here's why. We're going to stop at 3:05 because we then have to do nominations for the Chat Chosen Game of the Month, which I'm going to play in 2 weeks. So we do nominations today. The other reason we're stopping then is because I'm going to be over at GOGCOM's Twitch channel earlier than normal. I'm going to be over there at 3:30. Why, you ask? Well, I'm going to be playing Chained Echoes for 3 hours. I really have been having so much fun with Chained Echoes. So I'm going to play that for 3 hours, and I'm going to end at 6:30. Then when I'm done, yours truly has to get ready because I need to be done over there at like 6 p.m. Eastern because I have a Valentine's Day dinner with my wife at 6:30. And I think you would all agree that it is very important to take care of family and all that. Like, I can't really preach the importance of community and family and then kind of like bail out on things that are important. So we are going to, and Emily's not here for this actually, we are going to a vegan cafe. I thought she'd be excited about that. We're going to a vegan cafe for our dinner. So we have reservations at 6:30. So I'm going to be doing that tonight. I will be back on my channel here on Friday night, but I will be doing it live from the road from Boscone in Boston, and it will be late. It will at least be 9, it might be 10, playing more of this game, Sorcery for the Crown of Kings. And then on Saturday night, also live on the road from Boscone, I will be streaming Expedition from the Mysterious Peaks, our second session of this month. So that's what we've got going on. I'm very excited about that. They could pay $5. Well, yeah, no, I know. Amen to that, Arudnell, and I hope that's the case. So Emily, yes, no, let me talk about what happened with the deal with Emily. Last thing that I want to mention schedule-wise is the following. Where'd she go? Which is that she is going to be actually over at a special YouTube live stream at 1 p.m. Eastern. She's going to be hanging out with C.S.E. Cooney, who is going to be doing a book signing of Saint Death's Daughter, which is Claire's recent novel. Now, the reason I'm mentioning this is obviously I'm also happy that you're all here, but I know that Twitch people can probably do 2 things at once. And so they're going to be doing that. They're going to be over there for not super long. I think they're going to be over for the, like 20 minutes to a half hour. So I'm going to give you folks the link for this. That's going to be happening at, as I say, 1 o'clock. There's the link for that. That's going to be happening at 1 p.m. Eastern, I believe it is. And it says about 20 minutes actually is when they're going to be on. So you definitely should stop by there and support C.S.E. Cooney. Oh, one of the notes, speaking of that, is I'm going to be making also a public announcement soon, probably either Friday or next Monday, about all the players that are going to be a part of this live D&D event that I've been talking about at the Klein. 4 of them I already know, and in fact, you will know some of them too. But one of them is a high school student who will be chosen on the basis of an essay contest that we're doing. And I'm super excited about that because not only are we getting the schools involved, but the Bridgeport Public Library System is going to be doing a tie-in that week of 3 books that they're going to recommend to people to give them more information about fantasy and role-playing. And I was just like, that's really slick. So I'm very excited about that. That's going to be good stuff. So it is indeed an announcement. Yes, I will make, I know, Illness, I know. I'm always part of that mix. I'm good to see you, Dragon Spear. You are not a player, you're all that other stuff. So, so yes, that's what's going on. So a lot of stuff happening, a lot of busy things happening. Oh, last thing I need to mention, and then I need to get into the game today. Now, I'm not going to open this up yet, but so this is what Dragon Spear got me and sent me. I don't know what to do with this. I have been reliably informed by my daughter that this is a thing. I think it's like mini toys or something. So I don't fully get it. I mean, I'm as always generous for the appreciative of the generosity, Dragon Spear, but I don't know. What is the nope? What do you mean nope? Nope what? This is, I don't know what this is. If you didn't send this to me, then I don't know what this is. Then I don't know who sent this to me. I have no idea what this is. It's a what? It's a meal? I never received any food from you, I promise. I don't care what they told you. If you didn't send this to me, then I don't have the faintest idea where I got this from. I don't know who sent this to me or why. If you didn't send this to me. Oh, okay. You did send this to me. See? You're trolling on top of the trolling. All right. Okay. I was very confused. I don't know what this. So, did you seriously know what this was, Dragon, before? Like, you're just like, oh yeah, I'm deeply familiar with this? Because my daughter knew, and I was like, thank goodness. She's like, oh yeah, those are those things with this thing. And I'm like, okay. Something being repackaged. It could be. All right. You misunderstood the joke. Okay. I'll get it soon. All right. There's 2 of these. All right, 2 of these. Toy mini brands. What the heck is this? This capsule is made with certified recycled plastic. Okay. All right, we're gonna open this up. We're gonna unzip this using the handy dandy zipper thing. This is the extent of our technology now, by the way, chat. Okay. I feel like I'm opening a Pokeball. I feel like that's what I'm opening right now is a Pokeball. Doesn't it look like a... I feel like I'm opening a Pokeball. It's also sealed like 6 ways to Sunday, which worries me a little bit. I have a feeling I'm going to open this up and it's going to... it's going to spout, as it were. All right. So here we go. Good gravy. All right, all right, here we go. So this is this thing. Kinda. Okay, there's like 4 parts to this or something. Yeah, I don't know what this is. All right, here we go. There's like a mini toy. What is this? All right, hang on. All right, I've been sent the directions to set up a shopping cart. Dragon Spear has sent me a mini shopping cart. These are the pieces to the mini shopping cart. All right. I'm not going to assemble that now. That's okay, that's one piece. The eggs are random. Is there a toy? Is there a famous toy that's a shopping cart? That was a dud. All right. Hang on. All right, this second one is a mini... What is this? It's a collector's guide. Okay, thanks. How thoughtful. Okay, here we go. Perplexus. What the hell is this? Okay. I don't know. It looks like Samus. Yeah, maybe it's the morph ball. All right, there's 3 other parts. Okay. All right, this one. All right, this one is good. This one is pretty good. That's pretty good. I can get behind that. It does have functional buttons too. Still a better controller than the Retron 5. Hey-o. Come on. There you go. It's got the shoulder buttons. Okay. So that one's pretty good. That one's pretty good. Okay. And then there's 2 more. Yeah, I don't just send mini brands and people being like, "What is this?" Yeah, I need to learn. I need to learn the lore of being an unboxer. You're right, Bruno. Okay, here we go. And this one is what on earth? This is just a box. This is not even a toy. This is a box. This is a box to a toy. Like what? This is a box to a toy. I don't I'm a little I don't No, I can, but inside it is just a little piece of paper. It doesn't have any it's not like no, it just has things in it. That's fine. Okay, last one. Last one. Here we go. What are we going to get here? Okay, sounds good, Hilness. Have a good meeting. Poppy Pug. So this is an actual toy? Okay. So it's just like mini toys is what you're saying. Okay. It's a teeny tiny toy pug of a toy pug. This is also, it says Series 2. I have never heard of these, by the way. I have never ever heard of mini toys. I mean, I've heard of mini toys. I've never heard of like this brand mini toy. All right, so here we go. Here's the second and last one. I guess the cool thing about this is in part that you literally have no idea. Like it could be absolutely anything. Hey, thank you, Rippin' the Goon. 13 months. It's been a while. It's been a while. What's up? Good seeing you, man. I hope all is well. We're doing an unboxing of something Dragon Spear sent me to confuse me. All right, this one. So my daughter actually, doesn't have this. I had a big wheel growing up as a kid. Very big on the big wheel back in the day. And but this also has so it's like I guess I didn't even know actually that Razor, because lots of kids have the Razor scooters. We actually have a Razor scooter for the kids, but like I didn't know that they made big wheels or the equivalent of it. So there you go. I do not yet know the full lore. It's going pretty well. This is definitely not my usual style of stream, but yeah, now I understand the joke about the fast food, because I was like, what are you talking about? Now I get it. Okay. No, but so far this has been all like this has all been toys. All right, let's see what we got. This one, we got another collector's kit thing. That's interesting. The Crusher. Okay. That's like a nerf. I think that's like kind of a nerf thing. Although to be perfectly honest, given what happened yesterday at Michigan State, maybe this is not the thing to be looking at right now. So obviously some of these I know, but there are some of these that as regular toys and other ones I've never heard of. Still taking lunch for change. Yeah, that's right. How's the construction company going? I assume it's a ton of work, but is it giving you what you hoped that it would, Rippin'? Like, is it giving you the sense of, you know? Oh, we got another assembly thing here. What is this for? Okay, hang on. Oh no! Oh no! Wait. I lost a piece. I lost a piece. That's really bad because it's gray. It was a gray piece, and it landed on the ground on my gray carpet. Oh no. This is not good, chat. This right here is not good. Oh, this is very bad. This is very, very bad. And it's the classic, it hits your leg, and then it bounces off like, 500 feet in some random direction. Oh, no. Well. No, what's not good is that I lost a piece for this thing. Oh no, I found it. Ha-ha! I found it. It was behind me the whole time. Okay. So this thing is... What the hell? Dragon Spear sent me a bear shelf. Well, I'm glad about that, if it's rewarding and fascinating. Okay, good. I'm glad I found that. All right, we got a couple more, and then we're going to get into gameplay, I swear. This was not originally the plan, but now that I know that Dragon Spear did send me this. It's a replica of a stuffed toy display? Oh. Yeah, it looked like you needed more shelves. Okay, I know now. Of course, anybody of a certain age will know about this. Come on, you can do it. Nickelodeon Slime. From the classic show You Can't Do That on Television. I used to have, when I was a kid watching this, I used to have a crush on, there was one girl with dark wavy hair that I thought was really cute on that show. Nickelodeon Slime. Glow-in-the-dark slime. That one, I certainly know that You can't do that on television. Okay. So we got 2 winners out of this, chat. We got 2 winners. We got the controller, and we got what I'm about to show you. What's funny? I certainly know many things that are funny, but tell me another thing that's funny. Here we go, chat. This is the other winner. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Heroes in a Half Shell, Turtle Power. Yeah, there you go. 2 good ones. And that one is, which one is this? It says Mutant XL, but which is this one? He's got the bandolier. Is that, he doesn't have a weapon though, so I don't know which one it is. He's got like a bandolier type of thing. So I don't know it, but it doesn't show him having a weapon. So I don't know whether it's Raphael or Michelangelo. I don't know. Michelangelo is orange. Well, that's this one then. So we got Michelangelo. I forgot about that. Also, hi, Jay. So okay, so those are two winners. 2 winners out of this group is that one, and where's the other one that I liked? The best one that we got was this one. That's clearly the best one. That's obviously the winner right there. But yep, I did know that actually. I did know the Lannis Marcet was in that. Yes, I knew that. Because it was a Canadian show, I believe, originally. Well, thank you, Dragon Spear. Now the mystery of these things is understood. Now I understand the violence inherent in the system. I totally did not understand at all what this was. But now I see. So thank you, Dragon Spear. It's very kind of you. It's a good thing you explained it, though, because obviously I would never have figured out the fast food connection since there is literally not a single food item in any of these things. I'm going to put these behind me to attend to storage at a later date. What are you talking about? I know your address. Oh, okay. Sounds good, Jay. Dragons are unfathomable creatures. I do know your address. What are you talking about? It wasn't on there, Dragon. Your address wasn't on there. This was a mystery package. Some of the stuff you sent me doesn't always have that address. No, no, no. I'm not on the Hogwarts game for two reasons, Rippin. First of all, um, I like I liked the Harry Potter stuff, and in fact, I teach it. But I have to be honest, I don't love the Harry Potter universe. And I'm more of a sort of epic fantasy guy than I am a sort of, you know, have fun at a British boarding school, type of fantasy. And the other problem is that um, Jake, and I don't want to get into a big thing about this right now, please, but J.K. Rowling's transphobia, I can't get past that. She has decided to show her whole ass repeatedly over and over and over again. And it's one thing to have somebody that had some unfortunate views that you find out about later on or whatever. It's another thing to have someone literally rallying against it. I just can't get behind it. So that's why. I don't wish any ill to the developers because the devs started working on this before she made any of those comments. And from what I've understood, the game has some good moments to it, but I can't support it. That's all. So that's the only thing on there. They just have my address, and then they just have my address on the box, Dragon. That's why it's so mysterious. Right, and I've taught it again. I don't want to get into a big thing about this because I don't want to get into it's not a thing that I don't want to get into a big upsetting thing either way. The point is it's just not my bag under those circumstances. Yeah. But yeah, exactly. And that's the other thing, Arudinel. Like people who are like, oh, but there's never been a wizard school. I would ask you to read A Wizard of Earthsea from the 1960s by the great Ursula K. Le Guin, who, first of all, it writes rings around J.K. Rowling. He's a far better writer. And secondly, was talking about wizard schools before it was cool, right? And having said that, I'm not going to retroactively claim that all the Harry Potter books were crap or anything like that. I don't think they were crap. I think that there were some interesting elements to them. But I teach them, honestly, for one thing, because a lot of kids started out with them, and those are kids that end up in my classrooms. And I use it sort of as a gateway drug for Lord of the Rings, which is a far superior work. But the second thing is that it's just there's other stuff like that in that same ballpark by far better people. And a good example of that is Percy Jackson. Rick Riordan is a legitimately good guy. Like a legit good guy. Carlos Hernandez, my good friend Carlos, is published under his imprint, Rick Riordan Presents. Rick Riordan has played D&D on this very channel to raise funds for charitable endeavors. So Rick Riordan's a good guy, and the Percy Jackson stuff is in the same kind of ballpark as Harry Potter. I'm not saying they're identical, but they are definitely in the same kind of audience crew, and they're just better people for that. So, yeah. So that's basically why. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I just can't. And it's on top of everything else. Like the other thing, even if I didn't have those feelings about it, like everyone and their brother at the moment is streaming Hogwarts Legacy. And so it's another reason that I'm like, competing for 7 million different people. But again, I don't want to get into a big thing about that. I understand the importance of the Harry Potter to some people. And I think, by the way, you are absolutely allowed to continue to like Harry Potter, right? I do try to separate artist from art. That said, this is something that is, I don't need to put more money into the pockets of this person, right? And I don't need to do so kind of with this direct sort of support. So that's all. But in no way, I am not in favor of people who go around shaming people for liking Harry Potter. I'm not on board with that at all. You're welcome to like what you like and support what you support. And as I say, I have taught the Harry Potter books, but after this coming fall, I'm going to be not teaching that anymore. I have one more class with it this coming fall, and then that's it. And that's part of the Lord of the Rings class. Then it's just going to be Lord of the Rings that I'm going to be teaching on its own. So that's the deal. Right, exactly. And I think you can compartmentalize. The problem is when you just keep doing it, right? And that's the thing, is that she just doesn't shut up. Like it would be one thing if you did a little bit, but then just to continually over and over again. And I can't. I have trans friends, they're members of the community here who are trans. I just can't. So but again, as I say, I really am not. I'm actively against running around and shaming people for liking Harry Potter. That's not fair. So it's just right. Exactly. But I think the point there is that the transphobia literally is not accepting someone as a human. And that's the problem, right? Like it's literally not accepting someone as a human being. And so it's not like I think this and so thinks that. It's I think this and so thinks that trans people don't exist. And I can't can't get behind that kind of erasure. But again, let us move way beyond this topic, please. I really do not want to get into this right now because we have gaming to do. So thank you, Dragon Spear, for sending me a bunch of confusing mini toys. I appreciate that. And chat, let's get into the game. Let's do it. That is not the game. Oh, right, exactly, because this is not on. This will be on. Woo! Right. Okay. Let's get on to Sorcery 4. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that the construction thing has been going well, Rippin', even if it has been a frustrating, whoops, hold on. There we go. Even if it has also been difficult and exhausting and all that kind of good stuff. But again, good exhausting, right? Like an exhausting where you feel like you're doing it for your own reasons and for your own purposes, as opposed to being exhausted on someone else's dime. Because I know you worked super hard, and this was the chance for you to kind of go out on your own and hang up your own shingle, so to speak. And like doing that means you're exhausted for yourself in a way, which is probably better, I think. Okay. Okay. All right, let's get to it. So again, 1 o'clock chat, by the way. Check over. Yeah, no, absolutely, man. I've always appreciated you stopping by, and I've always appreciated you hanging out with us over the years. So yeah, I'm glad to hear that it's going well, for sure. Okay, there we go. YouTube. That link, by the way, is the YouTube short. Right now, Emily is over there hanging out with CSE Cooney, who is doing a live video signing of her book, Saint Death's Daughter. So you can go over there if you like. You can double fist it, as it were. You can check out 2 streams at once. And you can check them out while they're doing that. They're only going to be on for another 15, 20 minutes or so, and then they're going to be swinging back over here. So definitely stop by that link while we're kind of doing that. Yeah, exactly. Right, Arudinel. Or like you get like after a rough, like for me, it was like after a big basketball game or like a rough tennis match or something, like where it's like not rough as in like it was hard. That was always a good tired. I was always like, yeah, that's a good, and you know that it's a good for you sort of tired, So yeah. Okay. Let's get into this. So, chat, we had a very successful last session of this, where we ended up coming out of it with 16 out of 18 stamina. We had 8 gold. We have 2 rations. I think we've eaten today. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. We have our God, our prayer, that we can ask for healing, or in case of emergency, like certain situations, you only survive if you have your God. So we have that with us. We have that in our back pocket, so we don't have to worry about running into something like that. And we have got, we made it through. We got some clues as well. We got a bunch of items. We got a couple of special clues about how to get into the Archmage's chamber. So we got a lot of cool stuff. And now we are here. Now there are 3 ways basically we can go. This way is honestly like we ended up coming from here all the way up here. Then we took a snake across. Yes, a snake, an actual snake. We took a snake across to this chasm. Then we came up here. We went over this way. We entered this crater. There's a bunch of stuff that happened that I won't get into, including almost getting called out by a giant bat and whatever. We came up here. We went over to this house. We fought. We talked to the people in the chasm, a bunch of ghosts that the Archmage killed. And they gave us some information that we needed and a vial of holy water, which we'll need somehow to get into his chamber or something. And then we came back over here to the house. We fought a couple of guards before they could alert anyone, so that's good. Came back up here, and now we're here. So this eastern road, it feels to me, is what happens if you go all the way this way. But we could go that way, I suppose. What we're trying to do is to get into the fortress under the cover of darkness. And there are 2 main ways. There's the main gate in front of us, but again, that's the main gate. And then we've got this thing called the side path, which seems to lead to like a side door. So we basically have 3 options. We can go east, we can go north to the main gate, or we can go on the side path here. But again, we want to do this without alerting anybody. We want to be as far as we can get into the fortress before people know we're there, the better. So we want to make sure that we're stealthy. We're trying to get to the Archmage, get rid of that dude, and get the Crown of Kings. So that's what we're trying to do. We used a giant snake. Yeah, that is the stuff of which legends are made. I totally agree. Okay, so let me put in, what should we do? Should we go to the side path? Should we go to the main gate? Or should we go on the East Road? So again, I'm going to open this up, chat. Again, very simple. The side path is this thing over here to the left that's heading towards this small little door. The main gate is in front of us, which is, again, if we want to avoid being seen, I'm not sure the main gate's the best way to do it, but maybe. And then the East Road. And the problem with the East Road is I just don't know what that leads us to. Like, is that so we just go away? We leave? So I don't know. But it's up to you, chat. You know what is before you. So $vote space 1 is the side path. $vote space 2 is the main gate. And $vote space 3 is the East Road. Just explore a node or two. Also, high effect light. Get my other glasses for this. Quick programming note, again, chat, we're going to be playing this until 3 o'clock, maybe 3:05. Then we're going to be doing the nominations for the Chat Chosen Game of the Month, and then I'm closing up shop because I'm going to be over on GogCom's Twitch channel early today. I'm going to be over there at 3:30 playing some Chained Echoes because I'm only playing until 6 p.m., and then at 6 p.m. I'm closing up shop because I have a Valentine's Day dinner with my lovely wife. So I'm going to be doing that tonight. So that's the situation. And yeah, I could see, I mean, like, it's, you know what's the thing is, I was looking at this, I guess the East Road seems so odd to me that maybe it does make sense to go down this way, because I was like, well, maybe because they expect that you're going to go up here and go this way, but why would you ever, like, how would you come from here? This passageway, let's say that we went all the way down here, there's rubble here, right? So we would have taken, even if we got past it, we would be going around and coming back this way. There's like a little river here, I guess, but I don't see any way to get to that river. So I don't know why we would ever be here. I don't know. In a way, it seems so odd to me that maybe it makes sense that we go that way. I don't know. But the side door, one thing I know for sure is it doesn't make any sense to go through the main gate. Like, I think that's pretty obvious. This little mini side door might be a good alternative, so. To the east I go not. All right, I'm going to last call this chat. Again, $vote space 1 to go on the side path here. $vote space 2 to go in the main gate. $vote space 3 to go on the East Road. Look at this amazing map, man. His stuff is, I just can't get over how good Mike Schlee's stuff is. And the best map, I think, is Seven Serpents and or the city port of Carre, the city port of Traps. Both of those maps are incredible. But his stuff is just so good. Oh, man. That's my fanboy, I want this thing. If I can get down the road, like, maps, like, say, map for Gray Shade or something like that, maps from Mike Schlee, oh, man. The two best map maker, like, entities working today, I think, are Mike Schlee is one, and the other one is, I'm not going to pronounce this right, Zay and Peku, P-E-K-U. They're a couple that make maps. They are amazing, too. Amazing. I actually support their Patreon because I got a lot of cool stuff from them. The stuff that I ran this past time, Night and Day, I think is what I called it, that I ran at Gen Con last year, that was the map being used from Say and Peku. So they're great, too. But I just love Mike Schlee stuff. Oh, man. So good. Traveled east. Always to the east. Stay a while and listen. Okay. All right. We have decided to go down the East Road by the power of chat. All right. Let's do it. You follow the wide, well-paved road that traces the east wall of Mampang. The moon sets. More stars appear. The road is deathly quiet. The only light spills from the turrets on the walls overhead. Okay, I don't think we're resting, so I'm not going to ask this question because we already, I think, rested, and turning back doesn't make much sense. Well, actually, I changed my mind. Actually, I will do that. Just a quick a yes or no vote, chat. $vote space 1 means we turn back. $vote space 2 means we keep walking. So if you want to turn back, $vote space 1. If you want to keep walking, $vote space 2. Just a simple two-person vote or two-option vote. I imagine people will probably want to keep walking, but I should never absolutely assume. Okay. All right. I'm going to last call this. Keep on walking. $ vote space 1. And again, as a reminder, if you came to us from Spoutable, I don't expect many people will have, if anyone. But if anyone came from Spoutable, let me know. I'm just curious if people saw this via Spoutable. I imagine not, because I literally just joined this morning, but I was just curious. I posted it over there as well as on Twitter. Okay, we're going to keep walking. Seems like people are in favor of it. You keep walking a while, but this road goes onwards and onwards, most likely all the way to the eastern lands which have already fallen under the Archmage's sway. Your quest does not lie there. Everything is quiet and still. Okay, well, never mind. No choice but to head back to the main gate. All right, never mind then. Okay, so, chat, now we'll just make a very simple vote, so that didn't work out. $ vote space 1, we go on the side path. $ vote space 2, the main gate. I wonder if there's another way to get to this road, and maybe that's why people come from here. I don't know. Anyway, $ vote space 1 is the side path. $ vote space 2 is the main gate. So go ahead and get those votes in quickly, and we will move along. Yeah. Well, that's what makes me think, though, Rudenell, that there must have been another option where you could somehow make your way and come up from the east, because otherwise it seems odd. Why would they even bother to give you this info? You know, like, I'm assuming it's just that there's another, I don't know, maybe like if the hoof creatures that like we got pissed off at us, like if they hadn't done that, maybe they would show us a secret path. I have no idea. Because otherwise, it just seems odd to me. So I have to assume that there is some choice that would lead you on the east path and would go up this way, which would make more sense, I think. So, yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm thinking it's just from the other direction, Effect Life, I'm guessing. And we just didn't come that way, so. Who knew that we would use a snake to cross a passage? Okay, last call. I'm going to do this quick. Okay, going once, going twice, and... All right. Okay, we're going west. You follow the path past the main gate and around the curving stone wall of the fortress. The cold night lingers on. The path opens out here into a wide plateau directly beneath a guard turret. Under cover of darkness, you should be able to make your way without being noticed. Well, good. That's why we do this now. You follow the path further along the curve of the mountainside. Far below, a river rushes at the foot of the deep chasm that opens 2 steps to your left. The sky is already beginning to warm in the east. See, this is another reason that we want to do this now, because we want to make sure we're in this fortress before sunrise hits. So, as always, when there's a choice to look at stuff and it's not obvious that one thing is going to go either way, then I always just do it without asking chat. So, look at the wall. The wall of the fortress is built from blocks of stone of a size you haven't seen since the ruin steps down into the backlands. They must have been carried and laid by enchantments. No creature could have assembled them on the edge of this precipice with such a narrow space to work. At the end of this path, a side gate is set into the wall. Okay, let's look at the side gate. Side gate is no main entrance, but is still impressively large. You look down into the chasm. Stone black water rushes far beneath, tearing through the underground chasms that skewer the mountain's roots like the rot in an old man's gums. That's an interesting image. All right, and look for climbing holds. You turn your attention back from the gate and scan over the wall for handholds, but with each block so large, there are not enough crevices to climb. And the wall is high as well, tall enough to keep out the prying eyes of a giant. The path follows the chasm edge. All right, well, we already came there, so... Side gate. Outside the side gate. During the past day, you gained some provisions, +2, some gold, +4, found 2 new clues, and the Archmage remains unaware of you. That's the most important part. He's going to find out about us eventually, Oh, we never slept. Whoops. Whoopsie. Okay, I didn't realize that. Still, we needed to get there, so it's okay. It happens. Nonetheless, I am very happy that the Archmage is as yet unaware. Okay. Look at the door. You approach the door, sizing it up. It seems solid enough. You would not be able to smash it open even if you could do so silently, and there does not seem to be a lock. It must be barred on the other side. There are no Sven elders to give you a free pass into this walled city. That's a reference back to Kare. There's a stone overhang over the doorway. You could perch there, but it wouldn't be high enough to climb over the wall. Interesting. That's interesting, but you could climb up to the overhang. All right. Let's see what we've got. You open your arms to cast a spell, but seem to find no starlight above you. There must be some kind of magical defense in place. Ah, okay. Well, so we know what we've got then, chat. We have a door. We could knock on the door. We could climb up to the overhang. Or we could turn back. We don't even have a spell. So, $ vote space 1 is knock on the door. We could knock on the door and then climb up to the overhang, I bet. That would be interesting. But, so $ vote space 1 is knock on the door. $ vote space 2 is climb up to the overhang. $ vote space 3 is turn back. That's what we've got. That's interesting. I hope that magical defense is not going to be inside the fortress the whole time, or this is going to be a problem. If we get in there and it's like, nope, good luck, no spells, then I'm going to be like, okay. I mean, then it means obviously that you're intended to be able to do it without spells, if that turns out to be the case. So get your vote in now, chat. $ vote space 1 to knock on the door. $ vote space 2 to climb up to the overhang. $ vote space 3 to turn back and abandon hope and surrender all of life to darkness and death. No, don't do that. Maybe you shouldn't do that part. Excuse me. Every other part I think you can do, but not that last part. That definitely you don't want to do. Okay, last call, last call. Last call. All right. We're climbing up to the overhang. Let's do it. You pull yourself up onto the ledge above the door. It is only wide enough to support you, and it will take some balance to stay up. Ah, now it's letting us knock on the door from here. So, do we wait? Do we knock on the door? Because we would, like, lean over, I guess, the overhang and knock on it. Or would we climb higher? Can you climb up higher? Looks like we're already to the top of it. Like, that's as high as you can get. So either wait, knock on the door, or climb higher. They already said we can't climb the wall, so I don't know. But we could lean over and be like, you know. Or, you know, we could just rest here. We could just lie down. You know. It's a good place to sleep on a tiny, thin ledge right next to the most evil fortress in the world. I think that, what could go wrong there? All right, we have one vote for wait. We have one vote for climb higher. Get your votes in, chat. Now is your chance to get your votes in. Vote now. No. Vote now. Yeah, Dragon Spear. We have a 3-way tie. So now the question is, who will win out? We need to break this tie. Hey, what's up, Echo? 3, my favorite number. Very stable, yes. Okay, give me 1 second here. Necromancer raid. Aha, that looks to me like a raid from someone who has finished their signing. Welcome. Thank you for the Necromancer raid, Emily. So you folks finished quickly. Oh, actually, I take that back because you started at 1 and it was only going to be about 20, 25 minutes. So I take that back. You did not do that one. Start playing the Burt Bacharach songbook. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. He just passed away, Burt Bacharach. He was like 90-something. All right. I would not deprive the people of Montclair. No, I understand. They actually started on time. Yeah. Hardy har har. Jumped into something I won't repeat. It was hilarious. Okay. Climb higher. You look up the wall for handholds to climb to the top, but the stonework is unnaturally smooth. This is as high as you'll be able to go. So that means we got that. Wait, knock on the door, or drop down. Wait, knock on the door, or drop down. So same basic situation. We're in an overhang. We're above the door. We either wait, knock on the door, or drop down. So, and as you know, as it is, we're like hanging on top of the overhang above this door, this small gate. For those who just came in, by the way, this is, we are hanging right now above this. We're on top of this overhang at the small gate at the edge of Mampang Fortress. We're trying to get in without being noticed. We can't climb any higher, so we can either continue to wait where we are, or we can like lean over and knock on the door, or we can drop back down. But we started dropping down and there was no other place to go, so we don't have a lot of options. But $ vote space 1 is wait. $ vote space 2 is knock on the door. $ vote space 3 is drop down again. Yeah, that's funny, Renell. Yeah, the algorithms. I actually have I got rid of I've never had Spotify, and I got rid of Amazon Music, but I got YouTube Music because the YouTube thing allows me to watch videos or listen to videos. Like I listen to podcasts and stuff like that with that, so I can turn off my phone without, I don't need my phone on. I can like basically run in the background. So I did that. It means I also have YouTube Music, which has actually been really useful for a lot of the music that I listen to. But it means that my algorithm has been really interesting because they're like, all right, so you want some progressive rock. No, well, okay, you want to listen to Wholehearted and 90s extreme. Okay, no, you're looking for some rap. No, okay, you wanted to listen to, why are you listening to Imagination Movers? What the hell are you? Who are you? You're listening to 07? Okay, I can follow that. No, wait, why are you listening to jazz? What are you doing? Like, haha, algorithm. Take this. I could show her new toys. It's behind me. I'll show her the super cool ones that we found. One in particular. All right, so we have a tie here, chat. I'm going to last call this. We do need someone to break this tie. I need someone to break this tie. Okay. All right. I do need someone to break this tie. I need someone to break this tie or change vote. $vote space 1 to wait, $vote space 2 to knock on the door. Remember, knocking on the door, you're still above the door. You're not just like standing in front of it and knocking. Right now, we're on top of the thing above it. So $vote space 1 is to wait, $vote space 2 is to knock on the door. Change vote, $change vote space 1 will change your vote to wait, $change vote space 2 will change your vote to knock on the door. So please do that. Yeah, exactly, Rudnell. Exactly. Which, you know, I understand that. I'm sure there are other people who have even more. I mean, there's clearly stuff I don't like. I don't have not a whole lot of country music on my feed. But even there, I mean, bluegrass. Yeah, I listen to Union Station, and I was excited that Nickel Creek, which has a lot of bluegrass connections, has a new album coming out. That was out of nowhere. I'm like, oh my goodness, Nickel Creek, they're awesome. So there's some of that, but yeah. I mean, having said that, you're not going to find death metal on my feed, you know. No, not so much. Although I will admit that I have listened to 1 or 2 Adele songs in my time, which is not country, but I mean like pop star, you know, type thing. No baby death metal. All right, let's break this tie, folks. We got 2 votes for wait, 2 votes for knock on the door. We need someone to break the tie. $change vote space and the number, either to 1 if you want to change it to wait, or 2 if you want to knock on the door. Or if you have not voted yet, please do so. $vote space 1 for wait, $vote space 2 for knock on the door. We are standing or literally lying on the overhang above the door right now. So we can do it. But let us get those votes in. Please. Please and thank you. Arvbot Plus laying out. Yeah, Dragon Spear decided to tie it up, as per usual. As we just you know, the whole world at risk behind the fortress walls, and we're just like, we are paralyzed with indecision. You voted for the same knock. No, it's true. You did actually. That is true. You did vote for this. That is a good point. You did vote for the same knock on the door as last time. That's true. I am curious, though, if there had been 2 votes for one, or 2 votes for each of them and 1 vote for the third, if you would have then switched over to vote for the third, or if you would have added a vote to switch for the third, so it would have been 2-2-2. I am curious. But yes, you were consistent in the short term, yes. You also voted for the same weight. It's true. Yeah, I'm actually not calling anyone out in particular. I'm just saying, you know. But we do need someone to break the tie, folks. Someone has got to break this tie. Which way are we going to go? Where do we go? Do we wait or do we knock on the door? $vote space 1, wait. $vote space 2, knock on the door. Echo. Oh, man. That's a pretty funny vote, actually. Just like, but it's like, I'm like, yeah, we need someone to break the tie. You're like, how about this? You're like, that's not breaking the tie. That doesn't do anything. RPing as the voices in my head. Interesting. You know, there'd be worse voices to have in one's head than Twitch chat. I feel like, for me. I feel like I could imagine, except that now I'm imagining that the voices would also come with, like, colored names. You know what I mean? Like, I'd actually see them in text. Which is, that'd be interesting. Right. Yeah, definitely not like, say, AGDQ chat. Definitely not that. Right. I like how everyone was immediately like, well, this chat. Yeah, no, exactly. Not like, Fortnite, typical Fortnite Twitch chat. That would not be so good. I agree. But this chat. What are you talking about? All of Twitch is like this chat, right? All of Twitch is exactly like our channel. Everyone very thoughtful and kind and, good sense of humor, right? That's how all Twitch chats are, right? All right, I already last called this, folks. In a minute, I'm going to have to break this tie, and I hate doing that. So $ vote space 1 for wait, $ vote space 2 for knock on the door, and never mind $ vote space 3. Because that would just give us the three-way tie, and that wouldn't do anything. Except cause us to hold this door. I'm going to taekwondo. Oh, snap. How cold is it today in the Nordic North? How cold is it today, Echo? Super cold? Lots of snow? All right, I'm going to break the tie. I'm going to have us knock on the door. I hate doing this, but we do need to move on. I don't want to just sit here for the next 20 minutes. You swing the flat of your assassin's sword downwards, and there's a resounding thump. From behind the door, you hear some muttering and cursing as footsteps approach. You hear the bar being lifted. I'm going to wait for this, and then we'll get a chance to vote. Aha! You stay silent as the door opens, and a black elf in patchwork armor pokes her head out. Seeing no one, she steps through the doorway, looking behind bushes and around the corner. Well. All right, now the question is, what do we do? So, now we have to be really careful, chat. Yeah, I know, right? You'd think you could at least have a little window to see through it. We have to be careful here, chat. Remember, we do not want to be noticed. We do not want to be seen. So right now, if she's not looking at us, slipping down behind her would make sense. Dropping on her and getting into a big fight, I don't know. But we definitely do not want a situation, because when she turns around, she's going to see us, right? I love those little things on the back, by the way, little drawings on her armor. So we have to be careful about this, chat, because we want to get in, but we do not want to be noticed. It's manageable to walk up to the road. Lots of melted snow turned to ice. 24.7. Okay. Interesting. Is there more snow in the immediate forecast? And now's your time, chat. So $ vote space 1 is we slip down behind her. $ vote space 2 is we wait. $ vote space 3 is we drop on her. We got to Ghost of Tsushima this, but the question is, do we Ghost of Tsushima by attempting to assassinate, or do we Ghost of Tsushima by slipping in behind her so she doesn't see that we're there? Again, trying to avoid being seen. Yeah, I like that too. This is from the original book. I recognize this. I recognize this drawing. This is from the original book. Are these all like skulls along the sides of the... I guess it is along the sides of the doors. What a charming place. So yes, $ vote space 1 to slip down behind her. Presumably we'll then like nip in to the door, I would assume. Like $ vote space 2 to wait. Again, the problem is she's going to turn around and see us. Or $ vote space 3 to drop on her. Look at this freaking, look at the end of the spear too. Look at the freaking spikes, the thorns coming out of that side. Yeesh. Yeah. You'd think they would already feel like they should not go in here, but this is like nature's way of saying do not touch, right? All right, we're going to last call. Ah, fair enough. All you know about the weather is that there is more of it, not what it's going to be. Fair enough. Yeah, our weather here, after we had that one incredibly cold day last weekend, or I guess a week from this past Saturday or whatever it was, we had one cold week in December. We had that one cold day. Other than that, we may have had 3 inches of snow total all winter. Like as of tomorrow, we're midway through February. We've got realistically like another, I don't know, 3 to 4 weeks maybe of snow producing weather. Like once you get past the first week of March, you can have snow later down here. It is possible. I remember an April 6th blizzard, but it's very unlikely. Like usually most of the time, once you get past that stage, you're in pretty good shape. So realistically, we've only got like 3 weeks left of likely to have snowy weather. And for the next week or so, it's all 50s. I think right now, outside right now, it is, it's 52 outside. It's going to be 55 tomorrow. It's going to be 57 on Thursday, 55 on Friday. Colder on Saturday. It's going to go to 43. Sunday, 48. Monday, 54. It's just all warm stuff. Okay, we are going to drop on her. Okay. You drop from the ledge onto the guard's back, laying her flat, only to turn and see 2 more rather surprised guards watching you from inside the gate. There is no time for anything but the sword. Well, crap. Okay, one is left standing who charges at you. Giving a roar, the black elf guard swings his sword and charges, determined to cut you down. There is no time for caution. You plow your sword towards his torso as he attempts to keep you back with a quick flurry. He struggles to keep calm. Nice. You keep up the pressure. With the strength to cleave a tree trunk, you slash as the black elf guard stabs at your chest. Guard's eyes are bloodshot and panicked. You strike again, punishing the guard with a quick slash, keeping him off balance. You cut the guard down. No stamina lost. Flawless fighting, chat. The final guard bleeds out on the ground. 3 bodies lay around you. So much for a quiet entrance. You dash for the doorway and then gasp with relief. You are inside. We made it, chat. Wasn't exactly stealthy, but we made it. Oh, yeah? Well, I think the idea is, though, it's sort of more like how... It's true. The weather forecasts are, jokes aside, are usually reasonably accurate. It's more that on the whole, you can't month to month be like, oh, it's likely to be X, Y, or Z, in my experience anyway. This is a small side yard with further walls between it and the bulk of Mampang, but it is still inside the citadel. The shadow of Mampang falls over you like a cloak. It is though the sun itself is dimmed and you feel suddenly more cold and alone than ever before. Interesting. All right, here we go, chat. $ vote space 1 means we pray. $ vote space 2 means walk on. Now remember, Libra, the goddess of justice, told us that we would not be able to see or reach her once we were inside the citadel. So, I mean, this, I guess, might confirm it. $ vote space 1 means pray. $ vote space 2 means we walk on. Yeah, but like whether you're dealing with, you know, like high temperatures or low temperatures or things like that. Should just go back to using the Farmer's Almanac, man. Farmer's Almanac always knows exactly what's happening. Can totally predict all things. All right, chat, what do you think? $ vote space 1 means we pray. $ vote space 2 means we walk on. I walk a lonely road, the only one I've ever known. Don't know where it goes, but I'm inside this fortress. Down out, man out, down out. Welcome back, Emily. I walk these empty streets on the boulevard of broken Mampang. My Anna Lander's only going inside. Okay. Walk on. So you want to vote. So $ vote space 2 for walk on. There you go. Hey, what's up, Osric? Finally caught a live stream. Well, yeah, I'm surprised you have time to watch streams with the billion books that you read every second, Osric. Your reading rate is impressive. I hope you've been enjoying good ones. Welcome, Osric. Good to see you. So yeah, $vote space 1 to pray. Chat. We're just inside the walls of the citadel of the fortress. $vote space 2 to walk on. All right. Yes, I will be on today for another hour and 20 minutes or so. 3:05, I'm going to stop. We're going to do nominations for the Chat Chosen Game of the Month. And then I will be over at GOG.com's Twitch channel at 3:30 p.m. Eastern for some Chained Echoes. I'm going to be playing over there, not Chained R Echo Alpha, but Chained Echoes in general. And I'm going to be playing there until 6 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to be stopping early there because I have a Valentine's Day dinner with my wife at 6:30. So I have to, at that point, get myself ready. Believe it or not, I am not going to be wearing a Thundercats shirt for the dinner. Oh, but Emily, you missed this. The dinner is going to be held at a vegan cafe. Just so you know. Yep. We've never been to this one, but we're going to give it a shot. All right. So, last call. That's exactly right. Exactly, because of Valentine's Day. Yep, Echo. That's right. We're starting earlier and ending earlier. Exactly right. Precisely. And then I'll be back Friday night. Friday night's going to be late, though. 9 p.m. at the earliest because I'm going to be up at Boscone, and I don't know what the hotel internet situation is going to be. I mean, it'll be good enough to stream, but I don't know yet entirely what our situation is in terms of where I'm going to be and all that kind of stuff. Let me rephrase. I know exactly where I'm going to be. I don't know in terms of the room layout about where streaming is going to happen, so I've got to figure that out. Saturday night, for sure, I will be on with Expedition from the Mysterious Peaks. But Friday, I got a couple of panels, and then Saturday, I have a few panels. And on Friday, I get to be on a panel called The Long and the Short of It. I get to be on a panel about long fiction versus short fiction. And I think I feel like the title, the sort of description of the panel is a little bit of a joke because the panel is basically like, the description of the panel is like, short fiction is kind of a training ground for long fiction, right? Like basically sort of like, well, you do this and then you graduate to novels. And obviously there are many wonderfully gifted short story writers, but the thing is, so I have a lot to say about that. So and I'm on the panel, that's great. But I'm on the panel with James Patrick Kelly is the moderator, highly gifted, award-winning science fiction fantasy author for a long time. And Michael Swanwick. Michael Swanwick is a SIFWA Grandmaster, I think. Like, I'm just going to be like, this is what I think about short fiction. What do you think, person who is one of the greatest of the form in speculative fiction in the last 2 decades? Like, it's going to be very, very interesting. But it'll be fun. I mean, I'm looking forward to it, obviously, but I'm going to be listening a lot. Okay. Yeah, but that's the earliest it's going to be, though, Echo. No, I think they're doing that on purpose, though. I think they're doing that on purpose because the people that they brought on all seem to have the same sense of humor about it, or not counting me, other people. And there's other folks who are on that too. I need to double check and see who else is on that panel. But those two big ones, yeah, they're both. Well, Swanwick, I've also interviewed both of them on Speculate back in the day when it was still an interview show. So, okay, we're going to walk on. But you have no choice but to continue. A voice in your head whispers, "Good luck," before fading into the murmur of waves. You have entered the citadel of Mampang. Here no decision can be rewound. We can't rewind decisions anymore. The early morning sun makes the air glow. This is nothing but a small enclosure between the barracks and a smaller outer gate. It is most likely used for training exercises and the like. A brazier in the middle of the yard is dark. The side entrance was perhaps designed for the servants and lower classes who once served the sorcerers of the citadel. It has clearly long since fallen into heavy disuse. A stack of crates rots in one corner. Yeah, I know, that lightning bolt. Woo! Leaning over a heavy inner door that has perhaps not been open in hundreds of years. Another door in the wall to the southeast seems more commonly used. Okay, look at the crates. Crates have been discarded over many years, with those at the bottom rotten to a putrescent pulp, while those at the top are more or less intact. They rise up almost to the level of the inner wall. A few guards march from the outer gate to the door out of the yard. Look at the barracks. Door of the barracks is hanging open. Peering in, you don't see anyone around. You'll need to find a way farther inwards. All right, chat, so we cannot take back our decisions now. Woo! Okay. Do we check out... So remember, we still want to be not seen to the extent we can be. Do we go to check out the crates? Do we go to check out the old door? Or do we go to check out the small door? What do you think, chat? Crates? Crates? Old door or small door? We're in this little, like, mini area, basically. Looks like the small door might lead to the barracks here. I don't know whether that's a great idea to go into the barracks, but they just did leave there. The old door looks like it might lead over... If I'm reading this correctly, I think it goes here. It looks like the old door goes in here, if I'm looking at this. Yeah, it is. It does. It does. This goes in here, it looks like. So you can see what that looks like. There's like a little tower over here, I guess. And then this is the crates, and I don't know what we find there or not. But we've got the crates, we've got the old door or the small door. Well, if I may say so, I actually kicked ass in that fight. I wouldn't rely on that. I'm pretty good at the fighting system here, but there's no guarantees on that at all. When given an opportunity, we will want to make sure that we eat our rations at some point. Because we don't have to do it now, but it'll restore stamina. We'll need to eat once during the day anyway, and then we'll need to rest this evening. But we're in pretty good shape, though. 14 out of 18 stamina, 8 gold, 2 rations. That's pretty good shape. Yeah, I am worried about the boss, too. I don't deny that. Last call. So, yeah, if you zoom out a bit, like, that leads us to the barracks. This leads us here. This area here, the old door. And I don't know what the deal is with the crates. All right. We have a tie right now, so we need someone to break this tie. $ vote space 1 for the crates. $ vote space 2 for the old door. $ vote space 3 for the small door. And again, there were some guards that I think just walked out of here. So I don't know. This looks like a barracks to me. This one leads in this field area, and then the crates are just the crates. Always go for the small door, Hobbit-wise, yeah. Got like this whole like inner... Look at all these things, too. What's with all these towers here? Like towers on both sides. Yeah. No, it's dogs. There are... Yeah. Sorry, Arudnell. Yeah, there are dogs barking and voices in the game. It's ambient here. That's not you. That's the game. Also, horse hooves clattering along. All right, get your vote in, chat. Get your vote in now. Get your vote in now. $ vote space 1 for the crates. $ vote space 2 for the old door. $ vote space 3 for the side door. I would think you would, Emily. Eventually the glass will work itself out of your foot over time, but it would still feel, I think you would still feel it at a certain point when it got close to the skin because of pushing back in, I would think. Disclaimer, I am not a doctor. All right, we got 2 votes for crates, 1 vote for old door, 1 vote for small door. We need to break this tie. I think we last called this already, so... Yeah, I asked for all my medical advice on Arvin Elrond show. Please consult your actual medical professional. Do not consult me. I have much experience with broken glass. Ah. All right. The crates has won after Triffid's vote. Thank you, Triffid. All right, we're going to check it out. Crates. You make your way over to the stack of crates. They form a rough tower almost as high as the inner wall, but the wood is rotting and soft to the touch. As always, chat, when I come across an option to look at something, unless it feels like looking at it will preclude us doing something else, I'll just do that to gather information. You look over the crates but can get no sense of what they contain. They form a rough tower almost as high as the inner wall. Interesting. All right, so should we open the crates? Should we climb the tower, I guess? Or should we walk away? Open the crates, climb, or walk away? I'm going to actually plug my phone in. It's low on juice. Interesting. Open the crates, climb, or walk away. You open the crates to find a set of awesome quilts. The crown of kings is lost, but you remain warm. You remain cozy and warm while the Archmage takes over. Okay, we're going to last call this. Last call, last call. We're opening the crates. Going once. Going twice. All right, we are opening the crates. You open one of the lower crates, cracking the lid just a fraction. It appears they are filled with sludge, not gold. All right. So, chat, here we go. Very simple then. $ vote space 1 means we climb the crates. $ vote space 2 means we walk away. And I gather we would climb it because it's about as tall as the inner wall. So that would allow us to get over the inner wall, I think is why they're saying that. Although maybe, I don't know. I don't know if the door would do that too. But either way, the point is we get onto the lower wall. So do we climb the crates? That's $ vote space 1. Or do we walk away? That's $ vote space 2. Climb or walk away, chat? What's it going to be? Emily thinks we should climb. Effect Life says walk away. Walk away from the sludge crate. What do you have against sludge crates, Effect Life? What did a sludge crate ever do to you? We still have the doors to check. That's true. So this is less a commentary on sludge crates and more the doors. Echo Alpha has also voted to walk away. Echo Alpha wants to climb the sludge crates. We climb. All right, I'm going to last call this. Anyone else right now wants to get in on this action? $ vote space 1 means we climb the sludge crates. $ vote space 2 means we walk away. We need a bath in sludge. Sludge bath. Sludge is such a, sludge is one of those perfectly created words for what it refers to. Sludge. Like, we have sludge. That's, what else can be said? Sludge is what it says. Camouflage, yeah. All right. All right, we're going to climb. You regard the stack this way and that for a few minutes before settling on a first foothold. The stack shakes but does not collapse. But you are only halfway up when a guard appears from the door in the southeast wall. Uh-oh. Oi! He shouts. What do you think you're doing? Get down from there. Uh-oh. Okay. $ vote space 1, chat. We climb quickly. $ vote space 2, we climb down. Now, I can see this either way. We don't want to be noticed, but at the same time, like, oh, man, I could see us wanting to get over the wall, but on the other hand, if we do that and we, like, he could also ring the, warn everybody and, like, ring bells and all that other stuff. So, $ vote space 1 is climb quickly. $ vote space 2 is climb down. So I could see this going either way. I mean, there is an argument, I suppose. They don't know who we are, right? You could just sort of cross over and then you get to the other side and then they don't know who you are and they're just like some random guy in the Citadel did that. That's not something they're going to go tell the Archmage. My lord, someone was climbing a stack of crates. I can imagine the Archmage being like, I thought you'd want to know, my lord. What we do affect life is you go down and you just talk to the guard and you're just like, it's terrible. I'm glad I found you. Someone has murdered 3 guards outside in cold blood. What, really? Yes, you need to go check it out. What do you think the health benefits are for being a guard? Like, there must be reasons, right? There must be reasons that people are like, hell yeah, I want to be a guard. I mean, in these games, All right, going once. Going twice. All right, we climb quickly. You climb a few boxes higher. Get down, the guard shouts, or I'll call for a bowman. Oh, crap. Now what do we do? Do we ignore him? Okay, $ vote space 1. Keep climbing. Are we in for a penny, in for a pound here? Or do we drop down? Call for a bowman. If we just hurry the freaking heck up, he won't call for a bowman. $ vote space 1 means keep climbing. $ vote space 2 means drop down. Interesting. Maybe we catch the arrow and it pulls us all the way, so swift is its flight that it pulls us all the way to the central castle. Then we use that Assassin's Creed style to climb up the side of the tower, kick in the window, throw the Archmage out of the window while grabbing the crown from him. Then one of the giant eagle comes. We jump on his back and we're all good. That's how this all goes down. I see it all, how it works. This is all how it happens. Okay. All right. Keep climbing. You scramble higher still. He wastes no time in further talk. Archers, he bellows. To me! You have mere moments. Okay. So, interesting. So it looks like we're not going to be able to get all the way over, but we might be able to do something else. So we can either drop down. We can say, you've made a mistake. That seems like a really silly idea. You've made a mistake. I don't think he's going to care. Or cast a spell. Please tell me we can cast a spell. Ah, Shoot. And we can't rewind it. Damn it. My fault, chat. I guess I can't do that anymore. The reason that I've been doing cast a spell is because that way I can put all of the options in the menu choices so that we don't have to ask multiple questions. But I guess I can't do that now. So my fault. You open your arms to cast a spell, which means letting go of the crates. Rotten wood behind your feet gives way as you do so. You slither to ground level. The side door opens and a pair of bowmen appears, arrows drawn back and aimed at your back. Now then, the bowman calls, give yourself up. All right. My fault, Chad. I apologize. I didn't know that it would do that. So I can't do that anymore. Every time I'm just going to have to put in cast a spell, and we're going to have to decide if we want to do that. So $ vote space 1 means run. $ vote space 2 means let myself be captured. Shoot. My fault. I apologize. I did not realize that it would do that. I mean, there was no way to climb over it even further, so... Yeah, this is a fun part of the lore. That's true. We'll see what happens with this lore. Okay, what do we think, chat? Run or let myself be captured? I'm like... Man. Right down the sludge crates. All right, chat. Get in your votes here. $ vote space 1 means run. $ vote space 2 means let myself be captured. No, it is. It is very much a... It's the classic cartoon animal that, like, slides down all the way down the wall and then, like it was a flat piece of paper. Just... Worst comes to worst, we get shot in the back and we start over that whole section. Woo! It's going to be rough. Sometimes life gives you wet moss. Sometimes you fall off the sludge crates. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right, going once. Going twice. All right, we run. And I ran. You turn to run and hear the whiz as an expert arrow passes just clear of your shoulder, nicking your ear as it goes. You keep your hands high and step forward. It's as good a way inside the walls as any. Okay. You are dragged over to the edge of the side yard by the guards. The mountain slopes away out of sight. Wind whistles far below. Man. Okay. So do we struggle? Do we offer a bribe? Or do we cast a spell? And this time I'm not gonna actually just click on it because I don't know what it's going to do. So now we just have to say struggle, offer a bribe, or cast a spell. For some reason I started thinking of the Steely. So $ vote space 1 is struggle, 2 is offer a bribe, 3 is cast a spell. I had this image in my mind all of a sudden of the and the mourners are all singing as they drag you by your feet. But the hangman isn't hanging, and they put you on the street. Yeah, you go back, Jack, and do it again. We'll turn it around and around. You go back, Jack, and do it again. I can actually see... I can see do it again as being kind of a theme of this place. We'll see. All right, so we have 1 vote for struggle. We have 1 vote for offer a bribe. Okay. You have tie vote here. Struggle and offer a bribe. I need more votes this way. Thank you, Dragon Spear, for the resub. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, thank you. Mini toys and resubs today. 66 total months. 6. Wow. 5 years. 5.5 years. 5.5 years of support. Thank you, Dragon. Very much. Okay, struggle. Struggle. Or offer a bribe. All right. I'm going to last call this. A legend. Indeed. Indeed. Going once. Going twice. Okay. Struggle it is. You struggle against your bonds, but with no great success. The second guard kicks you hard in the back of your knees, and you collapse into the dirt. The guards are discussing amongst themselves in worried voices what to do with you. Now, that worried voices is interesting. That worried voices is interesting. So again, I don't want to say cast a spell. I mean, if we're struggling against the bonds, it may mean that we can't open our arms to cast a spell anyway. So we may not be able to cast a spell. So I don't know what our options are here. So I'm just going to open this up and see. I don't know that pleading with them works. It doesn't sound like they were inclined to be charitable. Offering a bribe, maybe. We do have 8 gold. Maybe that helps. So $ vote space 1 is plead with them. $ vote space 2 is offer a bribe. $ vote space 3 is cast a spell. I'm just not going to do that because you can't rewind anymore, and I don't know whether it's going to, if casting a spell is going to cut off anything future that we want to do instead. So. You also recorded it, Dragon? Yeah, I should have been thinking about having people clip it. I didn't think of that. I have to get better on the clips business. I've not done enough with clips. Oh, yeah. I'm going to plead with them to save their own lives. Well, I don't know. We're not in a great spot here if we can't do anything against our bonds anyway. That's true. Too long for a clip. Yeah, that's a good point. Because I had to first I had to unwrap it, then I had to open the thing like to the different sections. Then I had to open up each section. I didn't even take the time to assemble the couple toys that there were to assemble because I didn't want to do that. Didn't want to take the time for that right now. But all right, what are we going to do, chat? Plead with them is $ vote space 1. Offer a bribe is $ vote space 2. Or cast a spell is $ vote space 3. Again, our hands are tied. I don't know if we're going to be able to cast a spell. So, I don't know. Okay, we have a tie right now. We have the classic tie. Pleading with them and offering a bribe, both tied at 1. $ vote space 1 for plead with them. $ vote space 2 for offer a bribe. $ vote space 3 for cast a spell. I do need someone to break this tie, please. Please, please, please. Remember, you can always vote or change vote if you wish. Hey, what's up, big boss? Offering a bribe. You want to offer him a ticket to ArfCon? Hey, they should contribute for that ticket. Hey, listen, do you guys want to strike a blow against, cancer? Support something which supports cancer research. You can also support a memorial theater, Klein Memorial Auditorium. We got inside the Citadel, Big Boss, and we found this set of crates. and we started to climb them, and a card came out and told us to come down, and we didn't. And then basically they almost shot us in the ear. So now we came down. They dragged us over to the sidewall, and they're trying to decide what to do with us, basically. So that's the quick version. All right, we're going to offer a bribe. Free me, you murmur, and I will make you both very rich indeed. Not much use being rich when you're skinned, the first guard replies straightforwardly. They certainly kill traitorous guards, don't they? Oh, yes, the other replies. Have to, really. The first nods in agreement. We can't just kill him, can we? Murmurs one of the guards fearfully. Just like that? The other guard looks equally uncertain. We've never had someone from outside before. A stranger. She shrugs. But we can't put him back. What kind of game is this? Well, we sort of did. Well, yeah, we tried to open them and there was just sludge in them. Kind of a interesting situation, Big Boss. Okay, very simple, chat. Two-way vote. $ vote space 1 means we plead with them. $ vote space 2 means we try to cast a spell. The big difference now, Big Boss, since we enter the walls, is that we can no longer rewind. So that means that since we can't rewind anymore, all of our decisions are permanent, which is an interesting mechanic. I actually had heard about this mechanic, that there was a lot of controversy associated with this mechanic. So we'll find out how we feel. A lot of people think that it was actually a good thing because of what it does narratively, but, you know, we'll see. We are quite good at casting spells. The only issue is I don't know if we can, because I'm not sure if, like, our arms are bound. We need our arms. Like, we were supposed to cast a spell when we were on top of the crates, but then that meant that we had to open our hands, and we, like, basically lost our grip on the crates because we had our hands open. So I don't know what happens with casting a spell. Maybe we can anyway. I don't know where those bonds are, but... You are permanently stuck in T-pose. Have fun. What's up, troll? How you doing, man? Hashtag wizard bloopers. Yeah, really. It is hashtag sad trombone wizard bloopers. Gandalf, more like Gandork, am I right? Ganderp. Cast spells with legs. Interesting. Interesting. Harvin Ellerderp. How you doing, troll? All right. So, chat, we have a tie. We need someone to break this tie. $ vote space 1 means that we will plead with them. $ vote space 2 means we will cast a spell. Good. I'm glad to hear it, troll. Glad to hear it. I'm looking forward to Three Rivers, which is going to be in early June. Still quite a ways away, but I am looking forward to it. I cast a spell on you, 'cause you're mine. Not about the things that you do. You better watch out. I ain't lying. Yeah. I ain't gonna take more of your fooling around. What's up, Darth Sisu? Welcome. You've joined this town. I put a spell on you. Yeah, because you're mine. Dun 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 dun. Okay, last call going once, going twice, and closed. All right, we're going to plead with them. You open your mouth to plead for your life, but the first guard punches you in the head with their dagger head, sending you reeling. Wow. What was I going to say, he continues. Oh, yes. The dagger goes back into its sheath. How should we do it, the first guard asks. Just a straight stab? You're not afraid to use your sword, are you? The other goads. Well, time to cast a spell. You look up to the heavens, hoping for magic to save you. But with your arms bound, you cannot cast a spell. That's what I was worried about. Maybe we could give him a chance. Not too big a chance. Just a little chance. This is weird. Okay. Well, what do we say, chat? $ vote space 1, do we say give me a chance? Or $ vote space 2, we say wait? Things have not gone well since we entered this place so far. Come on, baby, one more time. My loneliness is killing me. Yeah, yeah. Confess, I still believe. I still believe. Give me a sign. Last call for the vote right now. All right. Give me a chance. Give me a chance, you agree. That's a good idea. No one's asking you, the second guard snaps. The first guard thinks, then clicks his fingers. I know, he declares. We'll chuck him over the wall. If he falls, he falls. If he flies, he flies. He doesn't have any wings. The first guard nods. All right, the second guard agrees. They begin to haul you to a slumped section of wall that looks out over the chasm beyond. All right, so what do? I will fly up and kill you both. That's one thing we can say. You will have to free my wrists or wait. Interesting. All right, chat, what do we say? I will fly up and kill you both. You will have to free my wrists or wait. This, incidentally, is one of the things that the Inkle Sorcery games do so well, is there are these just little sections that seem to be just like nothing throwaway things that suddenly are just blam, expanded into this whole big series of choice trees and like, decision matrices and all that stuff based on things that you would not expect would be this kind of a, like, who cares? Like, who would focus on that? So. Hoodoo. You do voodoo. You do so well. All right. So, $ vote space 1 to say I will fly up and kill you both. $ vote space 2 to say you'll have to free my wrists. $ vote space 3 to wait. $ vote space 4 to summon Greyshade, who will take out both of these guards in 5 seconds. No, you can't sadly summon Greyshade. Stay away from the voodoo. You do. Yeah. This is what I think I would have done too, is what I would say at this point. Going once. Going twice. All right. You'll have to free my wrist, your mark. I can't fly with my hands bound. The guards consider this the nod. Fair enough. One slices through the bonds on your hands, and the other kicks you hard in the stomach, sending you reeling backwards. You topple over the edge of the precipice beyond as Shadowed Mage subscribes. What sorcery is this? 5.5 years as well. Thank you, Shadowed Mage. Well, we're falling. We're falling. We're falling. You are falling off the side of the mountain of Mampang to certain death. Okay, we could scream, which I don't think is going to do anything. Or we could cast a spell. Now we can cast a spell because we have our hands free. So what do we think, chat? We slap our legs open and cast. Suddenly it's like a synchronized swimming sight gag, you know, as we're like with our legs. Thanks, Shadowed. Good to see you, man. Hope all's well. All right. What? So $ vote space 1 is scream, chat. $ vote space 2 is cast a spell. We can cast a spell now. We do have the technology as we are flying down. Or actually falling down. Hey, look, you're a wizard, Jerry. Thank you, Troll. Thank you, Trollware, for the Prime sub for the 3 months of support. Thanks, Trollware. I think screaming while casting a spell is not effective because you're trying to cast a spell and you're like, exe domino, fly, verticalico, Although it would be a funny montage. I was trying to cast the spell fly, and it was real simple. Levitar, vertigo, you know, whatever, like domino, right? And I do all these things, but I kept screaming. Verti, Exactly. I am heading to my death. Falling to my death and land on my head. Anomastayu. Situatio saxo. Oh, I did last call, sorry. I am heading for the ground. Okay. Right. Okay, we're going to cast a spell. We're only going to get one shot at this, I suspect, chat, so we better make this quick. So, we better make this right. So we have Zip. Zip is teleport. Now, we do have a green ring, so we could teleport. So we have that. Zen allows us to hover in air, so that's actually cool, too, because... So Zip is teleport. Problem is, I don't know if it teleports us fast enough back. That's not going to cost us any stamina. Zen causes us to hover in air if the guards are still watching. So that would be something. All right. Good luck with the Orthodontist Dragon Spear. See you, man. Okay, so that's Zen. We've got... Fix causes fixedness. Can't do that because we don't have a Staff of Oak Sapling. We do have... No, we don't. We have only that. We have... Gak. We could cause fear. I don't... Why would we... I think we're already afraid enough. Like, what are we gonna make the gravity be afraid of us? I don't... Alright, ground. Gum creates glue, but we don't have a vial of glue, so... Gak or gum. Oh, there's also... God creates the illusion of worship. Problem with that is... We don't have... I don't know what that does while we're plummeting to the ground. That makes... Seems to make less than no sense. And then we've got J, right? J, and nothing else. So never mind. Okay, so there we go, chat. We've got Scream, or we cast Zip is teleport, Zen is hover in air, Gak is cause fear, and God is illusion of worship. The one that's closest to what we told the guards is hovering in the air. If we cast... So I could see it either way. Teleport might get us up to the top, but I don't know how far it teleports us. Zen, though, would cause us to hover in the air, and maybe then the guards see us and they're like, oh crap, he really is a sorcerer. I don't know. So I could see either one of those would be an option. So this is an interesting call. I could see either one of these working. Zen is really the closest to what we said we would do. And I don't think we have a fly spell beyond Zen. I think Zen is the fly thing that we have. Also, thank goodness we have it. What I'm hoping is that they're still watching. We float up and they're like, We're really sorry. I'm like, right. Then we throw them over the precipice, go back in, and we're all good. Yes, the power of the quill. That one is... What's up, Sparkly? How you been? That is a 2 year, 7 month. At 3 months, 3 years rather, you switch to another one. Let's see. Dragon Spear has the he has the founder one, so you can't see it there. Troll's got 3 months, so he has the green quill. Looking to see if there's another one that I have, and then Arcana Spot is 40 months. That's the sort of gold one. As we actually have ones that Shadowed and I made all the way out beyond this. So we actually have that all the way beyond this for another... I don't remember. I think we went up to like 7 years or something, didn't we, Shadowed, I believe? Yeah, exactly. Hover and then... boop, 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 boop. You want a superhero entrance? Hover. Is it 7.5? Yeah. And I think the maximum is going to be what Shadowed has and what Dragonspear has, 66 months. Yeah, 5 years, 6 months. So we still have another 6 year. I think it goes 6, 6.5, 7, and 7.5. So I think we have another, like, a year and a half from now, Shadowed and I will have to revisit this and think about new quills and stuff. But okay. Last call. Going once. Going twice. Chris told you not to sub? What? Man, if Ballsteg ever shows up here, the next time Ballsteg shows up, I'm going to be like, hey, yo. All right, going once, going twice. Why? I think fear is already built into this situation, Echo, don't you? All right, we're casting Zen. By will of chat. Reaching up to the stars, you create the magic and the medallion begins to glow as you rise gently up into the air. A moment later, you float upwards. The guards scream with fear and flee before you can land once more. Hell yeah! Observe my badassery. Notice as we sink down. I believe I can fly. Woo! Yes, almost certainly that's true. Oh, well, I hear you, Emily. I'm glad you did sub at some point, regardless of when it was. So we did a chat. We got the guards to run away. We saved ourselves, thankfully. Now the question is where we go. Now, since we already have this, we were trying to get over the inner wall anyway, so this seems pretty obvious to me, but $vote space 1 means we settle in the yard. Why would we do that? We wanted to get over the inner wall, so we could just float over the inner wall. Like, why wouldn't we do that? $vote space 1 is settle in the yard. $vote space 2 is float over the inner wall. Just keep floating. Like, we get right over the side. That's perfect, Marinda. God in his infinite wisdom and beneficence created the grape. Man in his hubris took this perfect grape and created the raisin. Exactly. Exactly right. The Lord works in strange and mysterious ways, and the hubris of man to drain the goodness out of a grape and make it into a raisin. So, Marinda, we just got inside the Citadel, and we can no longer rewind. We're stuck with our decisions now. Suddenly, this has become a roguelike. Okay, so now's the time to get in your votes, chat. Again, as a reminder, we're going to be playing for another half hour. Then I'm going to be stopping because we're going to be getting nominations for the Chat Chosen Game of the Month. And then at 3:30 p.m., I'm over at GogCom's Twitch channel playing Chained Echoes. I'm going earlier this time because I'm only playing until 6 p.m. Eastern, because then I have to go get ready because I'm having a Valentine's Day dinner with my lovely wife at 6:30 p.m. So that's why we're doing this fast. So there goes Big Raisin. Yes, I have signed out on Big Raisin. But not the grape providers if I'm pro-grape, right? I like grapes okay. My favorite fruit is probably blueberries. Although I do like apples a lot, especially crisp apples. Those are really good. I like bananas. I like strawberries. Raspberries, I like the flavor of raspberries, but I don't love the seeds of raspberries, so I'm not wild about those. Watermelon is meh. I kind of am very... Watermelon is like sort of nothing to me. I'm like, I don't hate it. It's just like whatever. It is what it is. So sometimes pineapple in certain cases can be okay. Same thing with I have to be in the mood for certain kinds of cantaloupe or melon. I don't. It depends. It depends. But blueberries and apples are great. Yeah, same thing with blackberries with the seeds, I think. That's the problem. Star Control 2. Ah, they were trying to think of what you wanted to nominate there. What's your favorite book and why is it The Raisins of Wrath? Okay, let's get our votes in, chat. $ vote space 1 to settle in the yard. $ vote space 2 to float over the inner wall. We were trying to get over the inner wall anyway. So I think my thought is we just keep floating, but... Echo Elf has decided to go back to that. Yeah. $ vote space 2 will get you over the inner wall. I love the fact that we did the thing. Back to the yard. Yeah, but there's guards there, though. There were guards there. Do we want to keep having all of the guards? Maybe that's what we do. We just get captured by all the guards. We convince all of them to unbind our hands. We have them throw us off the precipice, and we keep zenning until all of them flee. Eventually, the Archmage himself comes down, and he's just like, I will throw you. Ah! And then he drops the Crown of Kings. We take it, and we just zen it all the way back to Analand. It's like the secret dev block, right? The secret dev block that no one wanted to let you know about. Going once. Going twice. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? Said I'll make a family, get a dog. Yeah. I like this yard, and I will stay here forever. All right. We are going to float over the inner wall. You have just enough power in the spell to float across the yard and towards the wall. Hell yeah, we do. Over the wall. Woo! The spell gives out just as you clear the wall. You land on thick grass, which cushions you somewhat from the drop. You are in the shadow of the wall of the outer yards, but you are inside the city. Hell yeah. Okay, as always, I will look around when I think there's nothing else there. You look around at the field. The plants here are 3 times taller than anything you've seen before, no doubt forced to abundancy by controlling magic. This place might feed the whole of the citadel. All right, I'm going to do this spell cast. We're going to see what we have here. All right, so we could cast How, which finds us safe passage. That does require us to use a stamina, and we are down as it is right now to 12 stamina, so we have to be a little bit careful about our stamina situation. But it's not like terrible, and we do have our god we can pray to. We do have medicinal stuff, so we have some stuff here. Oh no, Emily. This is a team. This is not me. It's a team. Okay, we could Zen again. I don't entirely know why we did that when we just did it. We just came from Zen. We could create lightning, which uses 3 stamina. That's a lot. And I don't understand the point of it. Cast. Zap. So we have that. We have... Walk creates a shield that uses up a gold piece and a... create a shield and a stamina. Okay, that's walk. Cast delicious stir fry. Okay. Zen, how, zap. We've got this one, right? Open locks and doors. On what? We don't have anything to cast it on. Or... Oops. All right, chat, what do we got? Yeah, then it's all chat. Exactly. Making lightning for no reason is the new fireballing a cave. Exactly. But just a battle and just cast a stir fry. Cast walk. All right. So $ vote space 1 is how. How means that gives us like grants safe passage. So it tells us which way to go, theoretically. Zen is hover in air. That's how we got over the inner wall in the first place. Zap creates lightning and it costs us stamina. How costs us stamina too, but Zap is just creating lightning for no reason at all. Also, it doesn't cost 1 stamina. It costs 3 stamina. I misread that. It's 3 stamina for Zap, so that's rough. Cast Walk creates a shield, and it costs a stamina and a gold piece. I don't know what we're shielding ourselves from. Cast Dope is open locks and doors, but we're not in front of a lock or door, so I don't know what that's about. Or we move away from the wall. So, yeah. Sort of, Sparkly, not exactly. You know a number of these spells up front, and as the game goes on, you learn how some of the spells counteract other spells. That's useful. But the other thing that you get is different, like, material components. So some of this stuff just requires stamina to be used. Like, for example, How, that we have currently 1 vote for, costs 1 stamina. But some of the other things we have, like, for example, Zen, requires a green medallion, I think it is, or a studded amulet or something. And we found one of those in our travels. So that means, excuse me, we knew the spell before, but we weren't able to cast it. Now we were actually able to cast it. So now we can actually hover in air, and that doesn't cost any stamina. Usually something that requires a material component doesn't use stamina, usually, but there are little exceptions like Walk creates a shield, and it costs a stamina and a gold piece. But most of the time, if you have a material component, then you can just cast the spell. But sometimes the spell isn't effective. I mean, sometimes it just doesn't work in a given situation. So, you know, right now we're in a field trying to figure out where to go, so you have to think about it in those terms, I think. So, get your votes in chat. We have 1 vote for Cast How, 1 vote for Zen, and 1 vote for, we have 1 vote for How and 1 vote for Dope. Dope is open locks and doors, costs a stamina. How is costs a stamina, and kind of gives us a sense of where we're going, basically. Need to be level 83 to procrastinate. Oh, so you wanted us to move away from the wall. I got you. Okay. So we have 1 vote for How. And I should actually say what How does, because I didn't put that up there. Find safe passage. Or you could cast Ho, which causes us to immediately summon the Thundercats. Thunder! Thunder! Actually, you know, that's what should have happened already. Once we got inside the Citadel, we should totally just summon the Thundercats, because they'll finish the rest of this for us. We'll just be like, all right, now that you're here, Lion-O, Chitara, Panthro, Tigra, and the twins, whose name I never remember, and Snarf, you should go take out the... Get the Crown of Kings, please. Thank you. I know, I love this too, Marinda, I agree. Dun, da, 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 da. Thundercats are loose. Woo-hoo. Yeah, cast Ho. Ho! Thunder. 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 See, no, I'm casting Ho as in the You people. I actually wish that there was an E I could put in there so that you can cast Ho and gain a farming implement. You're in a field. If you cast Ho and you're in a field, you just start hoeing the field. Maybe the guards come over, they're like, you know what, we should work to till the land. And maybe they till the land, and then we get some dramatic, like, John Cougar Mellencamp, you know, songs or whatever. John Mellencamp songs about, like, how great it is to be one with the land. And the Archmage comes down, gives us the crown, and then, you know, we fly home and everyone's good. That's it. Wily Kid and Wily Cat. Yeah, those were the twins. All right, we're going to cast Hal. Not Ho. We're going to cast Hal. You weave the constellations into a pattern around you, and a steady voice begins to speak to you. The voice informs you that there is a door out of the field on the eastern side. Its words spoken, the enchantment fizzles away. Wading through the long wheat like this will be hard work. As the sun climbs towards its zenith, the winds pick up a little. Okay, so there's a door out of the field on the eastern side. So that means eastern side this way, chat. So, quick question. Just a 2-line vote. $ vote space 1 means we go to the west side of the field. $ vote space 2 means we go to the east, which is where the spell told us to go. So the spell told us to go this way. Technically, by the way, just so you know, sorry, this is north. So basically, this is heading to the northeast. This is north over here. Again, I hate it when they do it this way because I would rather they just rotate. Just go in the right direction, please. Anyway, the point is, this is to the northeast. So do we go $ vote space 1 means we go west towards the field. $ vote space 2 means we go east, and that's where the spell told us there was a door. So $ vote space 1 for west, $ vote space 2 to listen to the spell, basically. Really, Echo? Really? Really? Oh. So go to the west towards where the spell did not tell us to go. The problem with doing troll votes, though, is all it does is slow you down because you end up being in a situation where you end up dying anyway. So I appreciate that. All right, we have a tie vote here. Again, $ vote space 1 is west. $ vote space 2 is east, which is where the spell told us to go. I'm just saying, if you're going to use a stamina, presumably you want to do it for a reason. You know? You know what I'm saying? Can't be too linear. Well, yes. And admittedly, there was the time that we went to the chasm and that worked out in our favor. So yes, sometimes. I just think when the spell is like, yo, go here. Plus, don't you hear the gah, 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 gah. It's all good. Exactly. Who are you? Hoop, 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 hoop. Oh, who the hell are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? All right. We are going to the east. You walk on through the long grass. Okay, we're going to keep going this way. That's where we started. You stride onwards to the field of wheat. You almost trip over a half-rotten tree stump lost in the long grasses. A low murmuring comes from inside the ancient wood. You squat down and peer at the stump. A bee crawls from a crack in the wood and takes off into the air as you watch. Interesting. Okay, so $ vote space 1 means we split open the trunk. $ vote space 2 means move on. It might be, actually, we might get stung if we split open the trunk, but we might also find honeycomb, and one of our spells does use honeycomb. So that might be, that isn't something I expected to find here, but we might find that. So $ vote space 1 is split open the trunk. $ vote space 2 is move on. Again, it's possible we could get stung, but we may also get some honeycomb, which we could use for a spell. So, throwing it out there, chat. Okay, hang on here. Ah. Okay. Interesting. Well, it's too bad about the Greg instead of both of us, Emily, like tagline, but that's actually pretty good news though. Having said that, that's annoying, but that is good news though. I think you would agree. Okay. So, but the trunk looks like a crate. It's a sludge-filled trunk. We all know how well that worked. Okay. Right. Okay. We're going to split open the trunk. With your sword, you pry open a section of the wood, and 100 bees spill out in a sudden angry swarm. They whip around in a furious cloud, searching for their attacker. And we point them to the Archmage. I'm like, that way, bees, and they're like, bzzz. Yes. Yeah. Well, I imagine that may have somewhat figured into the decision. So that's good. That's good stuff. All right. What are we doing here? So $ vote space 1 means we look inside the trunk. $ vote space 2 means we run for it. And we might need to eat one of our rations after this, chat, depending on what our stamina's at, because we're going to need to eat at some point today anyway, and we could use the health, so we might need to do that. Just be aware that may be on the horizon once we get this vote done. Right now, $ vote space 1 is look inside the trunk. $ vote space 2 is run for it. Oh, I think you... Osric voted definitively. Vote 1! Vote 1! Yeah, actually, that's a good thing here. So, Osric, because of the 1 month of support, has got the white quill. That's what you get. Then at 3 months, you get what Troll has, which is the green quill. And then it works there, like 1, 3, 6. I don't know if it's like 9, 12. I don't remember if it's that. And then it starts going in half-year increments. But apparently you cannot shout it. Yeah, like maybe Osric was just being definitive. I say, look inside the trunk. Who's with me? We are with you, Osric. Looking inside that trunk. Kill bees. Bzz, 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 bzz. I had this, so I just thought about the whole like who I was thinking of like making a silly joke about who let the bees out, and it reminded me for some reason my son has decided that he somehow heard the song "Who Let the Dogs Out." I think it was at some basketball game or something. He heard "Who Let the Dogs Out." So for the last couple of weeks, he's been going around and asking my wife and I the very serious question of who let the dogs out. Like, and when I'm like, you know, like, when I do the joke thing, I'm like, who? He's like, no. He's like, who let the dogs out? So it's rotated. So a couple of days ago, it was mom who let the dogs out. Then it was sister who let the dogs out. Apparently, I yesterday let the dogs out. Your music quiz last Friday. You have a music quiz that you did, Echo? All right, we're gonna look inside the trunk. Oh, the stamina. You swat away the swarm as best you can to look inside the trunk where you can hear a huge supply of beeswax. The bees seize their chance to surround you. You fall but stagger quickly back to your feet. The stings are oversized like the plants here, and you feel the poison causing stiffness and rictus in your body. You must keep moving. All right, do we take some beeswax? We're definitely going to need to get provisions and heal ourselves after this. Do we take beeswax or do we run for it, chat? $ vote space 1, take some beeswax. $ vote space 2 is run for it. Let's do this quick. Let's do this quickly. God, we have gotten destroyed stamina-wise in here. Wow. That's one I would... That's a Ozone's Dragosteed didn't take... These are... Wow. All right, we doing it? All right. Last call. Good. Okay, it's definitive. Take some beeswax. Ah! You scoop out several handfuls of beeswax, enough for 6 or 7 spell castings. But the slightest hesitancy is enough for the bees to catch you. You grasp with pain. You cannot take much more of this. There is no time to waste. The bees are right behind you. Okay, now this is going to be very... I can't take a risk here on casting a spell because that may... I mean, I cannot take a risk on looking to see what spell options there are because that might commit us. So instead, I'll look. We have Pray for Aid. We do have our healer is available. We do have our god. This is one of those, like, in case of emergency, break glass situations. So we could pray for aid, we could cast a spell, or we could keep running. So praying for aid might actually be the thing to do here, chat, because we may not be able to run away from them enough. And I really hope the pray for aid means we get healed here. Yeah, exactly. We didn't get thrown off the damn wall and fly back in glory to get intimidated by some bees. So $vote space 1 is pray for aid. Oh, wait. Sorry. Don't do that. Never mind that. I opened the wrong one. My fault. Sorry. My fault. That's the one that we want. $vote space 1 is pray for aid. $vote space 2 is cast a spell. $vote space 3 is keep running. My worry is that, I mean, the beeswax is going to be super useful. In fact, I think we can even use for, like, items and stuff. Six quantities of beeswax is going to be very useful for spells. Hey, chat, while you're doing this, pray for aid. Keep doing that vote. While you're doing that, we need to eat a ration anyway. Can we eat one of these now? Just tell me this in chat while you're voting. So you vote and then tell me yes, like, eat or not. Can we reason with the bees? It's true. No, do not eat. Big Boss says we should eat. Echo says no. I mean, I'm not, like, slowing down. We're just running and, like, chewing some hunk of bread or whatever, this cooked fish. So eat a fish. So Echo says no. Big Boss says yes. Need to focus on running away. You hold on a second, I'm feeling snacky. This music is loud, I know. It's no way to fix it in the menu system. I've tried. Oh my god. Just stop. I don't understand why they made it this loud. It's quite a moment in the movie. Yeah, what do we do? So I've only had one vote. So far we've had 2 votes here. Echo says no, Big Boss says yes. Do we eat or not? Chat, for the rest of you who haven't voted yet. I saw the pray for aid thing, so I'm going to last call that. But also, just tell me in chat if we're eating a ration or not. Because we're down to 3 stamina. Regardless of what happens here, we're going to need some foodstuffs. I don't want to, like, blast us away with this music. Osric says, well, okay, so we're going to pray for aid. Are we also eat one of those garden fillets? All right, going once. Going twice. Okay. We ate one of the cooked rations. We're up to 5 stamina. We don't need to eat again today. And now we're going to pray for aid. You close your eyes and raise a prayer to the fox. The bees reach you. You fall, but scramble quickly back to your feet. Oh, it's a good thing we ate that ration. We would have been dead. Another attack like that will likely kill you. You must keep moving, but will the fox come to your aid? I think we keep moving this way because that was the direction we were going. You run forward, the swarm hot on your heels. Then somehow the swarm cloud of bees begins to separate as though the creatures are becoming confused. Like a thundercloud being dispelled, the bees drift away. You gasp with relief, raising a silent thank you to the fox. Nominations, no, I know. Well, the good news is we survived, chat. The bad news is we have 1 stamina left. That is not great. And also, we can't pray to the fox again for a while, but that was an emergency situation. Do you have anything we can do to... Nope. That's not what I meant to do. Well, chat. All right, question. Question. We can't pray to the gray fox. Woo, that was close. All right, chat. Question. Do we drink? We have 2 blimberry juices. Do we drink one of the blimberry juices? And the reason is that one of the blimberry juices will restore like 4 points of stamina to us. Now, we use it as well. We can use it as well by like casting a spell called Dock, which I think what it is, which allows us to heal disease. So we don't want to use a bunch of them. However, having said that, we don't want to do that. But at the moment, we are in very serious danger. Like, we can't even cast a spell right now. Like, a spell that requires any stamina will kill us. We can't use it. So the question is, do we drink one thing of blimberry juice or not? So I'm going to put this up here. $ vote space. That's true. It's like our cheat sheet, right, Big Boss? $ vote space 1 is we drink. $ vote space 2 is we do not drink the blimberry juice potion. Let's do this quickly, please, because I want to get to by the wall, and then we have to do the nominations that Echo mentioned. We only have 4 minutes left in our session today. This has been quite an eventful session. It's been a roller coaster. We got inside, but man, but at what cost? On the plus side, we're not ever going to need beeswax again, so... Adventure. It is adventure. It definitely is adventure. $ vote space 1. For drink, $ vote space 2. We could do not. Last call. And... okay. We're going to drink one of those. All right. So that got us up to 4 points of stamina. So we got 1 left. Okay. We don't want to go that way. We want to go by the wall, which is where we were heading in the first place. You pace on through the tall, swaying stems. You stand in the shadow of the inner wall by a heavy metal door. The door is closed. Okay, look at the door. You look over the door. It is solid, but seems in good repair as though used fairly frequently. It does not appear to be locked. Okay, this is going to be our last decision of the day, chat. And that is, are we going to open the door? Are we going to rest a while, which we could after all that, we could probably use a rest to get our stamina back. Or are we going to move on through the grass? Oh, sure. Every adventure has risks. No question. It's how you manage those risks, right? So $ vote space 1 is you open the door. $ vote space 2 means we rest a while. Presumably we rest a while first. $ vote space 3 is move on through the grass. Yeah, exactly. Do we open the door, rest, or move on through? This is my life. Yeah, pretty much. Like, that just sort of sums it all up. So $ vote space 1 is open the door. 2 is rest a while. 3 is move on through the grass. Let's do this quick, please, because this is our last decision of the day here. Rest a while and listen. Rest a while and listen. Bring, 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 bring. Bring a ding and 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 a bring, bring. My favorite part of that entire song is the part that goes boom, 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 boom. Yeah, the Tristram theme is amazing. The Super Guitar Bros cover of that is really good. Really, really good. They have a new album out, by the way, Super Guitar Bros. Okay, last call. Going once. Going twice. All right, we're resting a while. Yes. You are feeling weak, so you stop to rest and meditate. The wind picks up as the evening draws on. Soon it will be dark once more. Oh my God, did we need that? Oh my goodness, did we need that? Okay, we're back up to 10 stamina. We're not in the critical place anymore. Been hired for a 12-week part-time remote proofreading design job. Congratulations, Triffid. Yay, congratulations. Actually, I am going to... hold on a second here. That's awesome, and it reminds me of something. Hey Triffid, I'm gonna PM you something. Okay, I sent you another DM. And everyone will understand why I'm saying this in a minute. Well, maybe they'll understand, actually, I suppose. I'm just double checking on something. So just hang on a second, chat. So I just sent something. So double check, please, for me if you can. Triffid, if you would be so kind. Before I go on here. I am super relieved also that we just did that. I feel much better than the position where we were. And it's going to give us in a good spot here because when we make our decision as to what we want to do, whether we want to open the door or move on through the grass, we'll be able to do that. Yeah, congratulations, Triffid. But, let's see. I just sent another one. Basically yeah, keep your secrets. Cast tell, exactly. I'm basically curious about whether I can announce something of mutual interest to both of us, Triffid. That's what I'm asking. If I can announce something of mutual interest. I can, okay. So the other announcement, chat, since we're talking about part-time stuff, is that starting literally sometime within the next few days, starting this week / early next week, Triffid is also going to start working for me part-time as an assistant, specifically doing stuff relating to channel and a little bit of writing assistant-based stuff as well. So we have multiple part-time things for Triffid, which I'm very excited about. We started talking about this actually a couple of weeks ago. We first brought it up maybe a few weeks ago, and then we started looking at more details about it. And so now Triffid is going to be doing some work, and I could not be happier about that. First of all, that I'm in the situation now, thanks to your folks' support of the Patreon, to be able to make it more viable. And also that I have someone who's going to be able to take a little pressure off the load that I have at the moment in terms of managing stuff. Triffid's going to be able to do some of that too. So part-time work all around. Yes, I know. I see it, Echo. Part-time work for everyone. So thank you, Triffid, and congratulations on both part-time positions. Thank you. I'm really happy to hear about that other one as well. Yeah, when I first sent the whisper, I realized that probably what you thought is I was like some panicked, like, wait, what does this mean? But I knew that I was not concerned about that. I knew that would be fine. I was just double checking. I was like, well, while we're on the subject, can I bring up this other thing? So yeah. Triffid knew about the raisin, knew not even to bring it up. That's how that went. All right, chat. So this is in good shape here. We are now, we got through to the inner wall, and when we start next time, we will decide if we want to open the door or if we want to move on through the grass, I suppose, back to this tower or something. And that might lead us into here, into this clearing with the rest of Mampang. So it was pretty eventful. We lost a ration. We used the fox. We lost... I think we started with 16 stamina, so we lost 6 stamina. But we did get into the inner wall. We did survive being thrown off a precipice. So I would say you put that all together, and that's pretty much a win. I think that's what I would say. That is a victory. And we have now played for 12 hours. So we have done that as well. Okay, so now, chat, we're going to do nominations quickly. Hold on a second. Never mind that. Forgot about the video that I still had on, my bad. Okay, so, chat, we are going to do the RBot Plus, which is polls, and that's right there. Okay, so, chat, question is, what are we? It's time for nominations. So, what game are you talking about Arcanum, like of Magica Obscura? Because I already have a full playthrough of that on my channel, Echo, so I would veto that because I already played it. Great game, but I already played it. Okay, so we got Metal Gear Solid. Ooh, that's a good one. Been a long time since I played that. We've got, yeah, Marinda is nominating Star Control 2, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're right, it was that. See, this is why it's Trifid's, you know, incredible memory that allows us, that is exactly why she's now working, she's on the team. She's on Team Arv, so to speak. Here's Twitch chat. Okay, hold on a second. Okay. All right, so we have so far 2 votes. So again, this is the game we're going to be playing in 2 weeks. Next week will be the final vote, and the week after that is when I'll be playing this. So I have Metal Gear Solid. I have Star Control 2. What other options do people have? Detective Gallo. What is that one, Echo? What's Detective Gallo? And I think Star Control 2 is on GOG, right? Isn't Star Control 2 on GOG.com? They've got to have that, don't they? Because then I can just get it from them. Point-and-click comic noir adventure, entirely hand-illustrated, hand-animated. Protagonist is a feathered and grumpy private eye struggling with a very tricky case, bizarre characters, and puzzles that will put his insight and patience to the test. Well, that's cool. That sounds awesome. I'm all about that. Sounds good. He literally is that. All right, cool. That's fine. I'm fine with all of these. All right, Metal Gear Solid, and I've got Star Control 2, and I've got Detective Gallo. Yeah, I think I may have played Star Control 1 way back in the day, Marinda. I feel like I did. I don't know for sure. I think I did. Okay, so any other nominations, chat? Get your last nominations in now. Then I'm going to open this up. And the top vote getters... actually, we probably don't even need to do. If we don't get any other nominations, we may just put these 3 into the straw poll. So we may not even need to do that. If we get another nomination, then I'll put it up to a vote, and we'll take the top 3 vote getters. But these 3 are all good choices. I'm fine with all of these. SC2 is an RPG, yeah. Yeah. All right, going once. Going twice. Okay, let's do it. Let's put this up, chat. So if my mods would be kind enough to link that to the... right, you're talking about Barony? You know what, Effect Life? Let me hold on to that. Please do nominate that next time. But because of shortness of time, I think I'd rather hold on to that and do that next time, because that's almost its own thing. I can almost imagine just doing that separately, not even doing a Patreon game on it. So let me think about that for next time, and please do remind me next month. Like, don't let me forget. But yeah. And thank you, Echo. Is that the straw poll? Echo is always an expert at establishing the straw poll. Can one of the mods be kind enough to link this? And thank you. Detective Gallo, Metal Gear Solid, or Star Control 2. Those are 3 good games. 3 solid game choices. Thank you so much, Echo. Yeah, those are great. Those are great choices. I am happy for all of them. So, great job, everybody. We did that fast. And that's good because I need to go get ready. So I am going to be over, again, for those who missed this, 15 minutes from now, I'm going to be over at GogCom's Twitch channel. I am going to be doing Pen and Pixels as always, and I am going to be playing Chained Echoes, which I really enjoyed. This game's really good, folks. Really like Chained Echoes a lot. So I'm going to be playing that, and that's the deal with that. Then, wait a second. Oh, did I? Oh, I guess I canceled out of all those. So I'm going to be doing that. Snake could take a back seat. So yes, you can definitely get that vote in on the straw poll, and final vote will be by next week. So 3:30 today, Chained Echoes. Then I'm going to stop at 6 p.m. I'm going to go have a Valentine's Day dinner with my lovely wife, and then I'll be back to you folks Friday night. I'm going to be up in Boston at BosCon. If you were in the Northeast, if you're in the Boston area, would love to see any or all of you there. They have some very good panels there. This is my second time at BosCon. I'm excited to come back, and I'll be up there doing my thing on Friday and Saturday. I'll be up there with the family in some configuration. I don't know who's coming and who isn't yet, but I'll be up there. So Friday night late, I will be doing Sorcery live on the road with the power of Arvbox 2.0. Again, late though. And then Saturday night, I will be doing Expedition from the Mysterious Peaks. That should be close to the same time, right around 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Then, of course, we're off Sunday and then back on Monday. And don't forget, by the way, chat, next Tuesday, we have the Fighting Fantasy Gamebook stream, illustration stream with Tari Toons. And then we're going to have as well, then I'll be playing Talisman Adventures over on GOG.com next Tuesday. And next Tuesday night is the Our Vocalists. And the Our Vocalists is going to feature Zach Clay and not one, but two new Our Vocalists, two new voice actors. Technically, they are guest stars, so that I guess if it face plants and everyone hates the vibe and whatever, we won't have them back, I guess. But so we're technically putting them through a trial period, but I'm pretty confident they will be good for this. So we will have not one, but two new Our Vocalists starting next Tuesday to join with our veteran, Zach Clay. So you'll want to be here as we continue with Citizen Sleeper next Tuesday night. But right now, I am going to be done with this. I'm going to rise up on out of here and be over at GogCom for some Chained Echoes as we continue on with that awesome game. So thank you again to my wonderful mods. Well, actually, first of all, let me just say, if you didn't do so already, please follow the channel. Check out the YouTube with !ArvTube, Discord !ArvCord. Oh, I'm sorry that you're sick, Arudinel. We got three good ones. We got Inspector Gallo, or Detective Gallo, sorry. Detective Gallo. We got Star Control 2, and we got the heck was the one that I just forgot? Star Control 2 and Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid. So Detective Gallo, Metal Gear Solid. Yeah, I know. Sorry, Big Boss. I apologize. You're like, how dare you forget that game? Yeah, my bad. Metal Gear Solid, and Star Control 2 and Detective Gallo. So those are the three games. So please follow the channel if you like what you saw and heard. Check out the YouTube with !ArvTube, Discord !ArvCord, Twitter !ArvTweets, website arvanelaron.com, financially !ArvShop for the merchandise area, !ArvTrayon for my Patreon. Again, following, supporting the channel by subbing to the channel as well really helps too, as a number of you did today. Thank you, thank you. And of course, you can support the publishing stuff with !Icarus for my graphic novel, !Library for my Tales and Tomes, The Forbidden Library, my 5e Adventure and Sourcebook for Alligator Alley Entertainment, and !Greyshade. Novel came out last year, sequel Renegade later this year, Heretic to finish up the trilogy next year. Later this year as well, the Greyshade tabletop game and the Greyshade audiobook coming out, so you can pre-order all that stuff there. As always, !BLM, Black Lives Matter, important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. !Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Important to reach out to others when you need help and reach out to others when they need help as well. That sounds like it sucks, Renell. I'm sorry for you that happened. And Ukraine, UKRAINE, to help the fine people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war. Also a reminder that if you haven't done so already, if you type in !Klein, you can get tickets right now. Tickets are on sale for the May 26th kickoff event for ArvCon 2023. It is a live in-person Dungeons and Dragons event at the historic Klein Memorial Auditorium in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Tickets are only $5. If you can come in person, I'd love to have you here, and you'd love to have you come in person if you can do that. But if not, then there's also a live stream that will be there, and it's $5, and it will really definitely help as well. Syria or Turkey, you know what, Big Boss, I thought about that, and I am amenable to the idea of certainly putting links for it. And I do, like, eventually Ukraine is going to rotate out, not because it's not important, but because I want to make sure that we use our platform. Like, if we just sort of throw a million charities at people, I mean, a charity to support, against gun violence, the Michigan state shootings, like, there's so much stuff that I try to kind of pick and choose. It's an awful, devastating emergency, devastating disaster in Syria and Turkey, and it was just so awful to see the numbers and see the people that have died there. So I am fully aware of it, and I'm certainly happy to have links sort of added in. I don't want to add in extra commands yet, but that's the kind of thing that I will do down the line, for sure. We got Turkey. I Syria, what you did there. Yeah. So we try to focus our attention, and by working towards supporting research to help support one problem, hopefully we can also inspire that kind of advocacy and activism for a lot of these different issues. So, but yes, I am aware. I saw that happen. It was awful. And I have thought about the possibility of adding that into the mix. Again, probably a little bit longer I want to do on the Ukraine stuff, and then we'll add this back in as we continue to make efforts to make the world a better place. And there are a lot of good things about the world that remain because of the people that are in it that work together to make it so, but it can be tough sometimes. So, all right. I want to thank the wonderful people. I want to thank, again, my wonderful mods, Rudnell, Dragonspear, Emily, and Triffid. And again, thank you so much, Triffid, for coming on board on the assistant side of things. Thank you. Thank you. And congratulations on the other part-time job too. That is very much great to hear. Okay, there are the whispers. I was like, what? Yeah, thank you to my wonderful subscribers and Patreon supporters, Arudinel, Dragon, Emily, Triffid, Effect Life, Marinda, and Osric the Dwarf. Thank you, thank you. Thank you as well to my wonderful viewers. Thank you to Big Boss, Craigery, Darth Sisu, Dynaterra. Thank you to Howl of Madness. Thank you to, I'm sorry, just testing, assuming that's not a bot. Thank you to Dragtris, Kata, Nonstop, T-Bank, The Sparkly Wallflower, and Valentina Alcaraz. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's true. There are a lot of people talking about Turkey and Syria. That's true. Yeah, that's a good point, Arudnell. As always, that's a thoughtful way to think of it. That's true. All right, I got to rise up on out of here. I'll see you in 10 minutes over on GogCom's Twitch channel. For those of you who do celebrate, happy Valentine's Day, and remember that my heart is always filled with love for all of you. And seriously, much love to all of you. Thank you all for being wonderful. And as I always say, everyone be good to each other. I will see you folks over on GogCom in about 10 minutes. Hang tight. Until then, I'll see you over there, and bye for now.